And what is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome everyone. Welcome. We got a hot take that I'm not happy to say, but I think is accurate.
And I've returned.
And Talati has returned, and CGH is here helping out with the backgrounds. Thank you, CGH. Oh, I'm itchy again. Oh. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday night. Remember to get those thumbs up and support the show. MME is still rolling during all the strikes.
41 likes.
Yeah, 41 likes. 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. Oh, DL is here. Hey, DL.
And I'm sitting here running from the cops.
Really? In Canada? Wow.
game.
Canada seems really... Hey, DL, how's it going?
Did I hear hot take?
Yeah, I have some... Well, we might as well get into it, the hot topic, and, push back if you want, Taladia. I want the Ayer cut. I think it's almost impossible based on the current situation. Not even with Warner Brothers and James Gunn.
I think it's probably no better than the original.
Well, that's not the debate. That's not the debate. Now that Barbillion and Margot Robbie, look, Margot Robbie has always just been more than talent.
Wait, what did you say? You said Margot Robbie?
Robbie has always been more than just an actress and talent. She's always been involved with she's a lot, not always, but she's been involved with the producing, talking directly with the studios. We know she was not happy with the Suicide Squad. Some of it come out in the press, but most of it
made $1 billion.
Yes.
Barbie made $1 billion. God, kidding me.
Here's the premise to set up before, even if the Ayer cut was a possibility, when you have Margot $1 Robbie, a producer, helped produce this movie too, not exactly happy with the production and how she was portrayed in the Suicide Squad, even down to the costume. She thought it was a little bit of I've heard she even didn't like the costume much. Now a feminist icon, a progressive icon for women. No. Barbie always was. No, Barbie, the product, the dolls were always very progressive. Yeah, you can agree with that.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and so now a very successful progressive movie for women, empowering women, then going back to a role in a scenario that did not put her in a positive light would hurt. Well, Will Smith, yeah, I thought that was a factor too. I don't think it's as much as a factor now with the re-release.
Jared Leto.
Well, Jared Leto.
James Gunn doesn't like Jared Leto.
No, he doesn't. Oh, go ahead, Talati. Go ahead.
I have to push back on this because I think the haircut is still.
I'm going to push back as well, but go ahead, Taladia.
I think the haircut is still possible, right? Because not only is David Ayer talking about it on social media.
Yeah, of course he's talking.
Obviously he's still talking about it, And you know, obviously, I still believe it's gonna happen at one of these days. Yes, I know Barbie made $1 billion. Yeah, I understand that, but still, you know, at the end of the day, what made Margot Robbie, you know, basically popular in terms of the acting group was Suicide Squad. If it wasn't for Suicide Squad, she wouldn't be doing Barbie. So,
You don't know that.
Wolf of Wall Street.
and The Wolf of Wall Street, yeah. If it wasn't for those types of movies, she would not be doing, you know, Barbie. Let's be
But
honest.
How
do
do
you
you
think
know that?
do you think now Marvel is
Nobody
kind of
cared about Margot Robbie until Suicide Squad. That's a fact.
do you
That's
think
a fact.
Marvel is hitting themselves right now because they lost her?
Well, they didn't
Sue
pay her the
Storm?
money for Invisible Woman. I think they're okay, even if it, you know, they would have signed her on the amount of money that they need to just focus on quality. I don't think having Margot is going to be even though this is a success for Margot, not everything she's attached to is instantly going to be a success. Maybe after Barbie, that's possible that it rises her status with normies too because of Barbie, but potentially it's still going to be project to project. Not everything is a success she's attached to.
See, like, as the graphic says, right? The future is bright. The franchise is not bright.
We'll go ahead, DL.
Look, bottom line is, I don't care how many things Margot Robbie is producing. I don't care if she's starting to become a feminist icon because of this Barbie movie. I don't care that this Barbie movie made $1 billion. At the end of the day, you're an actor. You cannot erase what happened with Suicide Squad 2016. No matter how much you want to, it's there. People can watch it whenever they want to. And bottom line, we talked about this a second ago. Her playing Harley Quinn helped to make her a household name. So you cannot run away from this. And here's another thing. She's so worried that this Ayer cut is going to ruin her image as
she's not happy with the way it portrays her, is what we've heard. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you cannot like it all you want. You are still an actor. You are paid to play a role. You're paid to play a different character. Deal with it.
Do we have this same energy with Henry Cavill in The Witcher?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Do we have that same energy that Henry Cavill, like, hey, you're an actor, you get paid to play a role. Stop with this whole it doesn't adhere to the source material, you know?
Well, the writing was crap in the first place. Then
okay, that's subjective though.
Well, here's my thoughts. Let's hear all opinions. Thank you, DL. I want artistic integrity too, but not
add one more thing when you're done.
Okay, but not to the point, and I want to see the Ayer cut, but I know I based on what I've heard, it's a part of being uncomfortable and pushing boundaries that make, that are not even a good light for the company as a whole. I know the origins of Margot, or origins of Harley and Joker. I think there is an interesting story done well there. I don't blame the director for going for it. But in this day and age, and I know people aren't going to be happy with PC culture. It's not great to release that, especially when you have this big success with all this positive energy towards this talent and what's going her way. And this is another version of the movie. It's not like it's racing the Suicide Squad.
Well, they already released a director's cut before.
Yeah, but that was just for sales.
Man.
That was
and what was added, I don't know. Was that Ayer?
No.
What was added?
No.
Where'd that come from?
Well, you weigh what you gain and what you lose by releasing it. I think if you consider it, I always think it's on the table, and I don't think it's impossible. But I think
you let's risk not forget. More.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You risk more by releasing it now, based on all the positivity towards Margot, than you gain. Unfortunately,
there's a couple things we're not keeping in mind here. But DL wanted to go. Go ahead, DL.
This is a movie that's already released. What more damage could it already do?
The
Like,
Ayer cut?
Exactly.
Yes. This
The
is a
Ayer
movie-
cut has scenes where it's a lot more aggressive towards the torture of the.
Okay. So here's another problem that I'm having with this. For people that are arguing that this is going to affect whatever Barbie, whatever role model thing, doesn't actors play different characters with different ratings? Doesn't actors play in a rated G film, PG movie, PG-13, rated R? Why is this different from anything else?
No, it's not. But we don't even know if this is Margot. Like, we're just like, oh, we heard Margot doesn't want. Like,
Well,
who
I have
knows?
a receipt.
We're going like what she said. He said, "Oh, I heard this was bad." Oh, this
What's the
yada,
receipt?
Those to be I mean, it's still interpretation of an
First
interview.
of all,
Okay.
if parents were actually doing their job, because I'm pretty sure little kids can't watch whatever this Ayer cut is going to be. If parents were actually doing their job, they wouldn't actually show them this Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, first of all. But like for them to say that this is going to restrict Margot Robbie being a role model because of this Barbie influence, that's complete nonsense. Because actors play in different types of films. Like they don't just restrict themselves with one demographic. So I don't understand this. Like she's worried that this is going to ruin her. It's obviously not.
No, it's not going to ruin her. It's just not going to be a positive for her. And she does have a lot of sway with Warner Bros., especially now.
Yeah, what if she just doesn't want to embarrass herself because it's bad?
No.
And she, like, I think she has the right to be like, hey, especially if she has the power. Like this has happened before. I think it was John Singleton and Samuel Jackson would get into it in Shaft, right? Because of how they were trying to. I guess they had different visions of the character, and Samuel Jackson would say to him, "Dude, that's my face on the screen. Like that's me embarrassing myself. Like it's not you. You're behind the camera. No one knows who you are."
But mind you, what Max is showing receipt is from 2011, not 2011, 2021, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So
I mean,
it's from a time ago, Max. It's not.
Yeah,
really
they
recent,
asked
though.
everyone on the red carpet of the Suicide Squad, and she very awkwardly played dumb about another cut existing. Well, there's always other cuts, and she's been consistently in interviews not saying that she wants this.
I don't
so
think
go
the
ahead.
public even cared about the Suicide Squad movie. I think
Did
they
make like
cared
600
enough.
million though. It banged.
It made a lot of money.
I think they cared enough about maybe the music and like Will Smith and all that.
It was an
But
amazing trailer.
I think, and the trailer. But I think once they saw the movie, it was like, what the hell is this? So I don't think a director's cut is going to save that.
I mean,
I think the public are very
maybe a trailer.
It's a bad movie.
At the end of the day, that's what we thought. That's what we thought when it was originally coming out. But at the end of the day,
Kelly,
honestly, I'm indifferent at this point of seeing the Ayer cut because I got James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which I like much better than the 2016 trailer cut movie that we got. But like, I really this is very similar to when we were talking about the Snyder cut.
Don't highlight that.
It's like they were saying that the Snyder cut was unwatchable, and then it came out and look how that turned out. So it's like, where's the similar energy with Batgirl? Even though I don't want that to come out either, but I'm just saying, whatever this Ayer cut is, I am fully confident that whatever that Ayer cut is can't be worse than what we got in 2016. It can't be worse.
And plus, it's connected to Zack Snyder's Justice League because there's a connection there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me play this here.
Well, not to mention they didn't do Steppenwolf scenes, so they'd have to film new scenes.
Think Warner Brothers should release the Ayer cut?
I think that's all a very complicated situation that I am.
Would you want to see it?
I would want to see the cut of every movie I've been a part of that I've never seen. You know, the funny thing is, as an actor, not when you're a producer, but as an actor, sometimes I don't see it until half the country has seen it. You know, sometimes.
So she's, yes, you could take her on her word, but the rest of the interviews during the red carpet. What is that music?
What's that?
Are we in Skyrim?
What? Who
all
pressed
the
that?
all the rest of the people asked about the Ayer cut on this, like, yeah. She kind of played it off, played a little dumb about it, in my opinion. You know, and not in like I want to see everything. Okay.
Sometimes I see it after millions of people have seen it. You don't really get to see it. You don't get to see the different iterations along the way unless you're a producer. So in that case, yeah, I didn't see it till it was out in theaters.
Oh, she looked happy there. I think this is support for the Ayer cut. I think everyone's making stuff
I don't
up.
know. I don't think so.
Did you see how she ended that? How did she end that? Yeah, and when we saw in theaters, yay.
Okay.
That was way bigger of a swipe.
I'm not.
Ray makes a good point, though.
Okay, let me see. I think it's fair to not want to be reminded of projects that don't align to your values anymore. I doubt her possibly feeling this way is blocking Suicide Squad, though. It may not align to the new plans for DC. I don't think it aligns to the new plans for Margot and Warner Brothers, honestly. And I think she would have some input on it. I really do.
DL made a good point, though. Why aren't we fighting for Batgirl before we get this? This at least was released. We got nothing for Batgirl, and you guys just want another release of this one.
I fight for every artistic.
But
Listen, I still want to see it.
Isn't it more realistic and just that we see Batgirl? Anything from Batgirl? Not just like, oh, we didn't like that one. Do it again.
Talking about changing the subject. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. When did this become about Batgirl?
Huh? But I'm saying DL brought up a good point that this movie was already had its time to shine, while Batgirl's resting like nothing. We had nothing from Batgirl. This movie had a chance, and instead of us, if we're about artistic integrity, if we're about like, hey, release the art, shouldn't we be fighting for Batgirl first before we see another cut of Suicide Squad?
But wait, baby hands, right? Let me tell you something, right?
Yes.
The thing is, the studio interfered with Suicide Squad. Literally,
they interfered
with
Batgirl.
They interfered with Batgirl. Even worse, they didn't release it at all. That's worse. That's way worse.
That's on the part of
I don't
David
know.
Zaslav.
Is that worse?
That's two different kinds of shit that we're dealing with, right?
What I'm saying is that maybe we should have that one first before we get another cut of a movie that already came out. It'll give some time for that movie to come out. So like Margot, maybe she doesn't want this coming out right away after Barbie or something or whatever. I'm just saying.
I don't think the studio would want it. Don't interfere with what you got going, Margot. See what she wants to do as her next project and try to keep her for all projects.
Honestly, I think
I do.
If this Ayer cut comes out, it's just going to make Warner Bros. Look even more stupid. It's going to be the Snyder cut thing all over again. Because what if this movie comes out and it's actually better than the theatrical cut?
I don't have any doubts that it's going to be better. I don't personally, but yeah.
I wish I could feel the same way about Batgirl. I'm still very like anxious about that. But like, I mean, it could be a similar situation with Batgirl, to be fair. But like, I don't know. Just you're trying to run away from the thing that made you famous. What is going on, Margot? What's going on?
She's not.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
okay,
she is.
Man, but what if it's just a stepping stone? Do you really want her to just play a part that she didn't like?
Oh, stepping stone.
Yeah.
Stepping stone. That's what she thinks about it now.
Yeah. Don't you want the part to go to someone that really loves the part?
Thank you,
Honestly,
Samir.
at this
Member
point,
for
now
9 months.
knowing that
Really
she's not that
appreciate
passionate about the character anymore.
I mean, you could sort of tell, man. I mean, even I'm a huge Birds of Prey fan, and like Suicide Squad, she was an absolute mess. Suicide Squad, she was a mess.
Come back for
Harley Quinn, nice to meet you. Love your perfume. What is it? The stench of
Why
death?
did she even come back for James?
Maybe she didn't
for the
like
money,
Jared
dude.
Leto.
Like you said, she's an actor. It's a money thing. I don't think Harley Quinn was a passion project for her. I think Barbie is more.
Maybe
Birds of Prey was.
Dude, Birds of Prey, she did better. She did better. She did better, but there was some parts where I was like, I'm not feeling it. I don't think she's feeling it.
Maybe
I don't know. That's just me personally.
Maybe she just didn't like Jared Leto.
Yeah, imagine having to work with that guy.
She,
imagine being in a 10-film contract with that guy.
Whoa, Kingdom of Nerds, 1999, dropping like it's hot. My God. How about having fun with movies and stop taking everything so serious?
Oh,
Thank
you
you,
like
Bruce,
to see me
for-
heated and passionate.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I just don't feel and I'm sure we're gonna get an update from Joe about this take. I'm sure he has a take.
Oh, I'm getting myself ready.
What are we talking about?
Get myself prepared.
Well, I'm gonna have to cut this out because it's gonna be a hot one from Joe.
What,
I think.
what are we talking about?
All right. Well, Samir, member for 9 months. Thank you, and thank you, Kingdom of Nerds. All right. So the main topic, and get your thumbs up if you're just coming in to support the show.
We're
Callie,
we're talking about a shitty movie that's already shitty that they want a director's cut of another.
That's not fair.
Another shitty
That's not fair,
version of the
CH.
movie.
If it was a movie you loved, you'd want to see the director's cut too.
Here, I'll ask Joe. What's more important? We release the Batgirl. Or we get the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
What's more important? Oh, Batgirl.
Thank
Obviously, Batgirl. Are we talking about the haircut again?
Okay, now I still
You know
want to
it.
see it, Crazy Joe or Joe. I'm sorry, I've done it again, Joe. But I
agree with the girl.
I unfortunately, in my opinion, I think it's impossible, near impossible, right at this point, after the success of $1 billion for Barbie. It's a Warner Brothers project. And like Rhea said, being forward thinking about projects with Margot, and a project that reportedly, based on rumors, it is rumors that she is unhappy with the other cut of the Ayer cut, where it's more, they show more of the toxic end of Joker and Harley, more torture scenes with Harley, where you have a very progressive doll like Barbie, and it's this movie empowers women, you know. And to have then follow up with the release of a movie that is not even while accurate to the source material, and I know that's important to a lot of people, does not put Margot in a good light being tortured by Joker. I don't think it's good for the brand of Margot, Warner Brothers, and I think what you lose by releasing it outweighs what you could win by releasing the Ayer cut at this moment. And I think it's always a possibility, but I think it's more unlikely now based on the success and what she wants. Go ahead.
I don't think the success of Barbie has a damn thing to do with it. I've been saying for months that releasing an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad now, at this moment in time, would be the most foolish business decision you could possibly make, because the thing they need to do is stop rehashing their past failures. They got to stop. They got to move forward. I do think there's a time and a place to release an Ayer cut, but it's not now. I originally said 2026 would be the right time because it's the 10-year anniversary. You could put out a Blu-ray. 10-year anniversary. But I actually think after the complete failure of Flash, the complete failure of Shazam, now in retrospect, I think 2026 is still too soon. I think 2031, 15th anniversary of Suicide Squad, is the earliest you can do that where it makes business sense.
Okay.
I mean, that is not bad, actually.
I wouldn't be opposed to if I could eventually see it.
I mean, my thoughts on this is, do I want to see the Ayer cut? How different it is? I love every director cut of every movies that is out there. Sure, I would love to see how different it is from the chopped up version we saw in 2016 by sending it into a trailer company to do it. So I mean, I don't think they're gonna release it. I think they're gonna release it.
Well, the other thing is, it would be different if the footage was already done, like everything. But you still need to do the Steppenwolf.
No, Steppenwolf
and
is not in it.
Warner Brothers is broke right now.
He's not in it.
Steppenwolf was an early concept for the movie. That was not going to be in the movie.
Yeah, bro.
But that's the scene. That's the thing that people.
No, he's not in the movie. Ayer say he's not in the movie. That was an early concept art that they did, but he was never in the movie.
But you know, there's still gonna be people that.
There's gonna be.
Yeah, people can ask for it all they want, but they actually have to. We're actually going to get it, whatever it was. Like so, whatever.
But I feel. I feel like here's what I think. I know, you guys might not agree to it, but I think at the end of the day, if the DCU fails, they can fall back on something, right? That's what I think.
Can they really? Can they really?
No.
I mean, the way I see it right now.
Batgirl.
Ben Affleck's gonna look like a skeleton by the time they have to go back.
Like
home.
Batgirl, Ayer cut, or this hypothetical Wonder Woman 3 is not going to be stuff that they could just fall back on.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, Wonder Woman 3 is going to be part of the DCU.
Well,
That's
if
gonna be part of the new
it's
universe.
true,
Well.
if it's true,
Are they going to call it Wonder Woman 3?
no,
Probably
No,
not.
no,
Probably
no,
Wonder Woman
no.
as a subtitle.
No,
No,
if the whole God thing is
That
true,
Wonder Woman, if they call it Wonder Woman 3, that'd be hilarious. Oh my
No,
god.
Wonder Woman and the Bracelets of Destiny. I don't know.
Hey,
I hope
actually,
they-
you just got here. Oh, you like the Snyderverse?
Not anymore.
No,
Everyone wants to
they
move on.
should they should call it the Wonder Woman subtitle.
Are we done with the bad takes now?
No, I want to hear
Almost. I got,
Let's hear
we
your
got more.
worst
I'm
take.
still
Okay.
here.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
My perspective is, who gives a damn? If
I
she
think
wants
lots
to
of people.
move past these movies that she did and progress and grow as an actress, why shit on her for not owning a role she did in the past?
True.
She did Gunn a favor by doing it again. You know, how many actors are typecast in certain roles for doing the same type of character over and over and over?
Well, I don't
She's-
think she has any interest in leaving the role. From everything I've heard, she loves playing that part.
I don't think she's ever leaving Harley Quinn. I think she's gonna do other movies for Warner
She should have
Brothers.
owned it.
Her next movie, I believe, is the Ocean 11 prequel they doing with Ryan
Another
Gosling.
one?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
prequel.
Well,
It
here's
was a hit.
before,
Ocean's
yeah.
8 was a hit.
Do you think
It was a hit.
actors are kind of tired of superhero movies besides
No.
the
No, they're
paycheck?
tired of mediocre superhero movies. There's
No.
a difference.
That's what I'm saying,
they'll
too.
not-
Like,
Like
they
the,
won't
the
get-
actors
it might not
themselves.
be-
One at a time. Okay.
The actors themselves. I mean, not the public. I mean,
They're not tired of the money, as long as the money's still up high. I'm
If
to be
the
honest.
paycheck is good, they take it as a small, quick
And
role
don't
and stuff.
forget what everyone has been saying for a couple years now. Hollywood actors don't exist anymore. People like the characters. Maybe she doesn't want to be associated with that character. She's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she wants to be Barbie, known as Barbie now. That's her character more than Harley Quinn. Like we are assuming that it's like a feminist thing. It could be like, dude, the scenes that they did were cringe, straight up. It could be that. And judging from the movie that I saw, like I don't know what parts are Ayers or what was studio mandated, but yeah, that's a strong possibility that the Ayer cut is cringier.
I don't know. I couldn't tell because the editing in that
Yeah.
2016 version was
Yeah,
so
Well,
bad.
to be fair, I get annoyed with people saying, "Well, it might suck anyway." What does that have to do with it? It's artistic. They hijacked his movie.
I'm saying from
Hey,
her
where's that same
perspective.
energy for the Snyder
I'm saying
Cut?
that's why she
Oh,
doesn't. That's why she wouldn't want it.
Yeah.
Like I could understand that.
Yeah.
It embarrasses
But
her.
but I get annoyed because they constantly they trashed Batgirl, saying it was awful.
Yeah.
And that's the reason they don't release it.
No,
That's part of the PR department when they cancel something or take over something.
Did WB officially say that, or was that just
That was Peter. The Peter Safran said it will hurt the DC brand. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't what movie was it? Like other movies in the past, like it already damaged the brand.
I had a different take.
How much damage you think the brand already is? Like, come on.
I had a different takeaway from his comments. I believe his comments was he said it was unreleasable. I think that's what he said. I don't think that's
Yes.
necessarily about quality.
Yep.
I think it might have been about continuity because that was a movie that was made when the assumption was that Michael Keaton was coming back as
Yeah,
Batman.
still Batman, yeah.
So, like, I think with the current continuity, it was unreleasable, not because it was bad, but because they thought this is really going to confuse people.
It could be. It could be even more simple than that. It could be the sound wasn't right. Like they didn't sound mix it yet. That's deemed unreleasable.
I
technically.
thought my take was
Col-
that it was already at 90 million and it was over budget and they had not even attempted to do the VR special effects.
Well, I mean, they
free level
already
anyway.
gave budget for Blue Beetle to go into theaters because remember, Blue Beetle was already a HBO movie and stuff, and then it's like, okay, let's give the money to Blue Beetle and let's you know, because it's a small budget, it's 120 million.
What do you
Blue
think?
Beetle could have been a better project, better writing, better script. It just
Mhm,
looks
yeah,
better.
and it is the
Yeah.
first Latino superhero movie.
Probably is, honestly.
Well,
Yeah.
do you think that maybe? Oh shit! I forgot already.
You forgot. Yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't know about the Flash damage.
Oh yeah. So maybe that the people that worked on the Flash didn't tell the Batgirl people what was actually happening.
What do you
No,
in
no.
the story?
No, they already we knew everything because
obviously there's
because
a bunch of
There's
miscommunication.
nothing to tell. They're probably
Yeah, there's
changing every
nothing.
5 minutes. They're probably like everything was a mess. Everything was a mess when they were
because the
shooting.
movie Batgirl was supposed to come out with Gotham Knight and stuff like that originally. So
When I worked with Ash, we were constantly getting notes about like, hey, this is going to change. This is going to change. I can't even imagine what it's like when you have to involve other productions being shot at the same time.
also like Batgirl was supposed to come out in December and stuff like that. Like so, like it's just it's unfortunate. Even the directors say like, well, we couldn't log in back to the servers after our wedding, so it's unfortunate. We probably will never get to see it, but
Man, what we did saw looked awesome. I saw some stunts I've never seen before. That's why why the movie's going to be worth it.
Yeah, the
Who's to say they deleted it? Because they've been doing that often for
Yeah,
money.
but they
just
they
completely
still can't
deleting.
they still can't legally release Batgirl.
No, they have to.
They'll have to pay, but it's not. It's like a drop in the bucket to pay. It's a drop in the bucket. How much was it? Like 70, 80 million? Like that's nothing for them, right?
Yes, plus another
but
30 or 40 million to finish special effects.
Yeah,
Plus
and then
another 100 million for marketing.
Okay, and then you put it with the marketing now, and then with the marketing, you just put some pink in there, and boom, that's it. No, look, the Barbie superhero movie. I'm talking about marketing, how they could sell it. It could be a Barbie superhero movie. Like they have a blueprint for marketing now. I'm saying for marketing.
I mean, honestly,
I still would like that for that.
They could have just.
I mean, they're not going to do like a full Barbie. I'm just saying they
have.
have a blueprint for marketing now that clearly worked. They had an operation like Barbie thing going on. They could just transfer it over.
That was more Mattel than one. I'll give more Mattel a credit than Warner Brothers for the operation of that.
I gotta say, I do not agree with this statement at all. Senior Nerd says like that
brand. Oh.
That comment doesn't even make sense to me.
If it was damaged,
the DC brand was already damaged way before the Flash came out.
Yeah, I mean the Flash. Like, let's not forget, the Flash was a good movie. It was generally well received. People liked it. It just didn't do well. It didn't do well, and the reason it didn't do well was most likely because of Ezra Miller and his issues. And the idea that the Flash would have any relevance on Blue Beetle or first of all, Aquaman's going to be the most successful DC film this year. It's not going to make $1 billion, but it's a sequel to $1 billion movie. Like, of the 4 films they had this year, that was always the one that had the most.
I agree. I agree. The general audience didn't see the Flash. I agree. They didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it made like what? Like, they didn't even break even at the box office. They didn't make like less money. Also, the budget was way too high for the Flash movie.
Let me.
Well, it was filming during the pandemic. Every
movie that come out from during the pandemic was balloon, the shutdowns and stuff like
went
that.
through 5 directors.
Yep.
Let me.
The movie's been development hell for the last 10 years. Matt, please mute. Matt.
But let me counteract to what Joe is saying. I think what my personal belief is that James Gunn announced his slate too early. That affected the films that came out this year.
That's true.
I think I would announce that like later by the end of this year.
Shareholders to make them happy.
Yeah, also the shareholders.
I touched on that on the podcast I released today. I'm taking part in the Dog Days of Podcasting, Podcast Today for the month of April or for the month of August. But yeah, I touched on that today. I still think that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I heard a lot of people saying it. They weren't going to see like Shazam.
I said dumber.
Like people say, I'm not going to see Shazam because it's pointless now because it's not carrying forward. That makes so little sense because the movie tells every one of these movies tell a standalone story. So whether they continue or not has no effect on the story being told.
Well, we live in a post-Marvel Cinematic Universe where a lot of people are expecting it to cross over with others.
And if that's the case, if people aren't going to go see movies if they don't cross over, then I got to say Martin Scorsese was right.
I mean,
I think that's what's happening.
To look at movies.
What, that Barbie was cinema? Yeah, he was right.
Like, it for good and for bad. Like, Marvel has set a standard that is affecting movies, like for better or for worse.
I wouldn't say that. Barbie and Oppenheimer was no.
Other than those, I'm talking about like the big blockbuster superhero franchises, because Marvel shows and Marvel movies are connected so much to the hip now.
They used to be, at least.
Well, now
Actually, they never were. Actually, they never were.
But
Okay,
they sold that though. They sold it. That was the marketing though, Joe.
That's the thing. So it's like they set a standard of like how these big like cinematic universes should be, that like they should set up to other things instead of just focusing on their own standalone stories. I'm with you. There shouldn't be how movies should be in general, but just like that's the standard that they set for the general movie going audience. That's what they're expecting now. So for them to just say like, oh, these may or may not be a part of this new DCU, now you're already being like, okay, then what's the point of us watching this now? It's unfair. I don't agree with it, but it's like that's all I've heard from casuals now, because ever since he did that announcement. That's all I've heard from people. Is like, well, it's not. He said it may or may not be part of this. I don't know if I want to see it anymore.
And that's the thing. That's the other thing too. If these people want connectivity so much, they shot themselves in the foot by not seeing the movie, because he literally said if it was a hit, yeah, it'll continue. Then they don't go see it. So yeah. So all you got to do is go see it. You know, that's all you got to do.
I agree, because like I mean, it might get people a little bit confused by this. I'm not confused with what James Gunn said, to be honest. Also, we don't even know James Gunn full slate. He only announced half of the DCEU slate. So you see, yeah. And also, like, the shareholders is gonna like, yo, you gotta pull out, all these DC movies might fail at the box office, so we need to reboot immediately.
But but also what I feel is as well is that with the whole situation with James Gunn's movies and everything, with his DC slate, it's also going to be affected because of the writer strikes and the actor strikes and all of that, right?
Well, it might move release date. It might change release date.
Well, Creature Commandos is moving forward because it was already written and everything was shot pretty much.
Yeah, besides Creature Commandos, I'm talking live action here, right?
Honestly, if Superman Legacy gets pushed back several months, might be the best thing. It might be the more distance. Like I keep hearing people say, "Oh, they should delay Aquaman." No, get everything out.
Get it out.
Get everything out. That year and a half between now and Superman is the best thing Gunn's got going for him.
And the probably the success of Joker 2.
Also, Joker.
What other movie or in the Penguin show right before this comes out too?
Also, don't forget that the only DC movie coming out next year is Joker 2, which is perfectly great.
In the Penguin show on
maybe if they haven't finished filming yet, so we'll see if that come out in 2024.
I thought they finished filming.
No, they didn't. Not yet. It stopped because of the writer's strike and people in New York City, and the strike and stuff like that, and the actors and
all sorts.
And writers, yeah.
We'll just say all sorts.
Also, yeah.
So it's like we'll have to wait and see in terms of 2024 what it brings. But I just think this year alone, like Joe might disagree to what I have to say, but my honest opinion is that majority of these films will bomb. You might think that Aquaman 2 will probably make close to $1 billion. I think it'll make less than $1 billion, maybe less than 800. I'm thinking 700, maybe 650 to 700.
Well, it doesn't have to make $1 billion. You just have to make a profit.
You just have to make a profit.
What is the budget? What's the budget of Aquaman 2 though?
Let's say, let me see, Aquaman.
That will determine how much it needs to make. If it's $200 million,
the budget is 205, but it was shot during the pandemic, so it might. And also they did reshoots recently, so the budget might go up a little bit.
So it needs to make at least around $700 to $800 million.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I don't even think they'd consider making a third one unless it gets close to that again.
Oh, that is a nice shirt, Joe. The Rogers musical.
So that's the thing that's going to confuse me more.
It's from Disneyland.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Cool. But that's just what confused me even more. So like ever since this Wonder Woman 3 like talks whatever, so it's like, are they gonna continue with Jason Momoa as Aquaman as well? Like what is being rebooted and what is not? Like it's starting
Well,
to get more and more confusing now.
didn't James Gunn say that some things will be kept that
Yep.
worked and things that didn't work will be
some things.
reset?
Yep.
Oh
So
boy.
it's not a big surprise what's going on now.
I'm surprised at how many people are confused by it.
It's only
Because
the,
like
it's only
I
the
keep
nerds on YouTube.
It's,
That
it's only
buy
the
it.
people on social media and stuff. Not me. I'm not. I don't really. I'm not confused about it.
But I mean, it's like on Facebook and things. I see people like so confused by the news that Gal Gadot's coming back, and it's like, did these people never read Flashpoint? Like the Flashpoint comic, they did Flashpoint on the TV series too. That's the way Flashpoint works. Some things change, some things stay the same. It's really not that confusing. This is like the 4th version we've had of Flashpoint by now.
Okay, it's just, are we really gonna be okay with this young Superman and this possibly not young-ish, probably not young.
Well, by the time it comes out, people are going to be so, even if they wanted Cavill to continue, they're so exhausted with this Superman talk with Cavill. It's going to be,
it doesn't matter.
slightly refreshing.
You saw the Batman, right? Nobody give a fuck. Nobody even cares. Nobody cares. It's a new Batman. Batman actor. Oh, I see it. It was the most successful movie last year. So people don't care. It is what it is. We even haven't seen a Superman movie for the last 10 years. So,
I mean,
Like the general public didn't care about Cavill. They didn't go see his movies. They didn't care about him.
Which is
and we
why,
haven't
like,
seen Superman for the last 6 years.
Let Theo go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Theo.
No, I was just saying, which is why I know people were like really upset when they said that they're having a new actor to play Superman and Batman. But like, as much as I hate to admit this, like, you know, the reason why I would see them being more, you know, open to bringing back Gal Gadot and not Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Let's just call it how it is. Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck were not widely received by the public. Like they were mixed response. So I guess they're going to keep what works and, you know, start over with stuff that didn't work, which I'm just hoping that James Gunn will be able to make things a little more clear as we get closer to his DCU, I guess. I mean, not just for us that, you know, that follows everything that's going on, but just for also the casual movie going audience who doesn't fully understand like what is staying and what is changing, you know, because like I honestly think this is not a good idea. Me personally, if you're asking me, I think this is a bad idea that he's keeping certain things and then rebooting other stuff. I would just get rid of all the baggage completely from the previous versions and just start anew. Because I don't want anything carrying over to this to give any of the audience a reason not to watch it. Because, these previous movies that these actors were in were bad, so I'm going to be apprehensive of seeing these new ones because the same actor.
Yeah, but everybody loved Wonder Woman
until Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, but that's a different movie. I mean, like Wonder Woman 84 doesn't negate the first Wonder Woman.
but still, like Wonder Woman 84 did damage to her version of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just all this tainted projects that he has, that James Gunn is just, you know, taking a good amount load of that by bringing some of these old actors and old versions back. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just really worried about that and how he's going to handle it.
But the difference is with Gal Gadot is that she's widely loved by general audience, and she has become this generation's Wonder Woman.
Think about it like
I wish we had the same.
Think about it like Hugh Jackman. Why we haven't had a new Wolverine? Yeah, because people love Hugh Jackman. People love Hugh Jackman. That's the reason why we haven't had a new Wolverine yet. Fox tried to get a new Wolverine a new Wolverine almost for first class, and then they didn't. They kept Hugh Jackman around for the new timeline. Same. People love him. And I ain't going to see him back in Deadpool 3.
This all goes back to the T'Challa situation that I can't talk about numerous times when Wakanda Forever came out. We cannot attach so hard to one actor's portrayal of a character.
Oh, no,
Because
I
at the end
agree,
of the
for
day, they're just playing a character. They are not the character themselves, and it's just I feel like this is really going to hurt future films if we aren't able to move on with a different version of these characters. That's how their legacy continues on, because you have different portrayals over the years to keep the memory of them alive somehow, and new fresh stories, new fresh versions, fresh interpretations. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I thought she's great, but I don't know. I just don't see her fitting in James Gunn's new DC world. I could be wrong. If she does come over, I could be wrong. I'm open to seeing what he does with her, but just like I would just rather them do a fresh take. If they're gonna do a fresh take with Superman, if they're gonna do a fresh take with Batman, I just would want them to be consistent and have a fresh take with Wonder Woman as well, at the very least. But and the longevity of Gal Gadot, she's almost 40 too. How long is she going to be able to play Wonder Woman?
Are you?
Figure drawing says that Gal says she's coming back, and Gunn says nada. Gunn said no such thing. In fact, Gunn has indicated he hasn't come out and said it.
He said I didn't boot her. That's what
he's indicated several times that she's coming back. He said
I didn't boot her. That's
exactly.
not saying she's coming back.
Yeah, but he also said he was in negotiations with her.
Yeah.
He
said the same with Ben Affleck too.
No, well,
that's different. Ben Affleck said no.
We always knew Ben Affleck wasn't.
We know, but we know Ben Affleck. He always, Max, for the last 6 or 5 years, we know Ben Affleck always changed his mind every time, even with Batman. Like that's typical Ben Affleck right there for you.
True.
Yeah. So So like I'm not surprised Ben Affleck say no, which good for him. I want to see Ben Affleck do more original movies, which he did with Ayer. Check that out on Amazon. So, good for Ben. Yeah. And also, into Wonder Woman in the comics, she's older than Superman.
Yeah. Zeno took that personally.
Oh, she's very old.
Yeah, very old. So, to me, it's like it's not gonna be confused.
She can collect Social Security 100 times over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, as soon as she shows up in a movie, as soon as her music starts and
we
shows
need
up,
a new theme. We need a new
you
theme.
just smile. You just smile.
And the movie bombs.
Consistent, like you want to keep Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, you keep that theme.
That theme is
we need a new
epic.
theme. I'll be honest. I love the theme, but I think we need a new one. Just get a new one for her.
I don't like new themes. I say keep Williams, the John Williams Superman.
James Gunn.
That's their music. That's their music. You don't change the James Bond theme.
Can I give my take real quick?
Yes, let Perp go.
I haven't said anything for a while. At the end of the day, I just hope Gunn is doing whatever the hell he wants. I hope, if he has an idea that gets Gal Gadot to still be Wonder Woman, let him do it. Gunn has not steered me personally wrong once. Not once. I've loved every single one of his movies, and every single one of his movies, they range from a horror comedy to the superhero stuff. So I say let Gunn, if Gunn, we don't know his plan. Thank God we don't understand that what's going on with him. Thank God, because that means he's being creative and he's doing something that we haven't seen before. So that's sort of my take at the end of the day.
I agree, and that's another thing is we've gotten spoiled. People want to know things too soon. We don't need to know. I always hear people say, with the MCU, I hear people say, "Well, we don't know where they're going. We don't know where they're going with this phase." And I'm like, who cares? Let's go for the ride. We'll find out where they're going when we get where they're going.
I'm not liking this ride so far.
I don't need the roadmap. In fact, I don't want the roadmap. I want to be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Don't we want to be surprised? Yeah, I think I believe Gunn when he says he's in charge of DC Studios and he's going to be able to do whatever he wants. Now, I'm sure if his movies are bombing, I'm sure he'll have a talk with Zaslav if the movie's bomb, but that's way, way, way later. But for now, I'm assuming he could do whatever he wants. He's literally kidding. He's in charge of the studio.
Exactly. He's got a free hand.
I think within reason and depending on results, just like all other
results, he has to do it first. So let it.
And I said before, he needs to prepare for Superman Legacy to underperform because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know. He has to gain the trust to the audience again. Now, what really matters is the quality of the movie has to be great. It has to be great. The box office, as long as it makes a profit, then they should be happy with that. But they should not expect Superman Legacy to make $1 billion. Not even $800 million.
Well, they should actively develop it to expect like 500 million as a goal, not a billion.
None of these movies are going to make $1 billion.
Expect the same goal as the Batman movie did, 700 or something like that. That's great.
Can I ask a question? How do we go from Barbie to DC talk again?
I don't know. I'm glad I'm not.
I don't know.
Because
Can we bring it back to Barbie, please?
Can we not? Can we not?
Lucifer, I'm telling you guys. Even though I love talking about DC, I'm starting to get a bit of a headache now.
Fair enough. Fine, let's talk about
Barbie. Was the one of the. I think it's got to be the third best movie I've seen so far this year. It's really good.
It's gonna get nominated. It's gonna get nominated.
I know it's going to get nominated, and I'm not going to like
Best
it at all.
Picture, Best Director.
If
Let's
it's nominated
go.
for Best Picture, I'm freaking done with the Oscars. I'm done.
It's gonna win. It will win Best Picture. There's no.
It will not win. It will get nominated.
The opening.
I want to win Best. No, sorry, Best Director. Sorry,
You don't think Sound of Freedom's going to win Best
Hell no.
What is Sound of Freedom?
It's gonna be.
I'm going to the culprits in the audience. There.
I'm gonna say this now. Across the Spider-Verse is gonna win.
Best animated
movie.
That'll be a happy
but
day.
not Best Picture.
Not
I'm going to say it.
But it'll be animated.
I'm going to say it. Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem's a better animated movie than Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, stop.
That would make things interesting.
I actually agree with Joe.
That is a hot take. That is a hot take.
I love Mutant Mayhem, but hold on a minute. Man.
Across the Spider-Verse was disappointing.
Now we're just waiting. Now there's just silence. Go ahead, Dio. Hold on a minute.
That was all I said.
Oh, that was it. Hold on. Just hold on.
I love. Yeah, I was just reacting to his hot take. I was like, look, I love Mutant Mayhem. I thought it was great, but to say that it's better than Across the Spider-Verse, hold on a second.
Barely. They're both amazing.
I agree. Literally, there was a conference going on with Sony, right? These last couple of days that I've been watching, and they talked about loads of different things about Across the Spider-Verse.
Hey, Cyber Sals. I would want to see it, Cyber Sals. I just think it's not possible based on the current situation.
2031 coming in 2031.
We're in the future, but
I mean, this is not good for the PR of the company or Margot right now. It's not.
Is it Warner Brothers?
What do you?
What are you talking about?
Can you say that again?
It's a bad optic to have a very positive, empowering movie for women, and to have a role, then to put out a role where she's being tortured and it's very aggressive.
That show she's okay. So are we censoring? Are we censoring storytelling now?
No, but it was already censored.
If anything, the success of Barbie gives them
every movie is censored by your definition, then, because every movie has to go through a producer's cut. Every movie has to go through a studio cut. The director gets their own cut.
Now you're doing reverse psychology on me. I don't appreciate that. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You know, Max, you're making it seem like women aren't smart enough to differentiate between.
Where do you come up with this stuff?
Wait, no, I don't think. I just think it's weird to give like that motivation and intent, because for all we know, it's just embarrassing scenes that she doesn't want to see.
Yes,
she doesn't want to show. It has nothing to do with but you're angling it in this like it's bad for women, all this stuff like that.
I'm saying it's a bad look for the company. Yeah. For marketing, it's hard to justify.
A bad movie is a bad movie.
What does that have to do with Barbie? What the Suicide
optics?
Squad
Yeah,
have to do?
you just have a very empowering movie for your star who's $1 billion.
Wasn't Margot Robbie in a Quentin Tarantino movie not too long ago? What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, if she's not happy with it, it doesn't paint. It's a pretty aggressive scene. It's not great.
Did she say she wasn't happy with it?
No,
I've never heard.
They're reading that. They have to read that too. They have to read that in order to read her motivation and intent. In order to read the studio, like it's a bunch of reading.
There's been so many stories about her and Jared and weird stuff on set.
To be fair,
she did say she was not happy with the costumes and yes, there's a lot of evidence there.
All right. Well, at this point, whatever. If they release it, great. If they don't, I don't care.
And I stand by my comment.
I didn't think I had such a hot take. I thought it was pretty level-headed based on
I just don't understand it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna reach out to Margot. I'm gonna be like, look, you want this done? Help me get Batgirl out, okay? There. Then everyone will leave Suicide Squad alone. There.
I think it'll be released someday. It'll definitely be
I hope
so. someday, but I don't think it's going to be anytime
and
soon.
I want to see
and
it
I don't
too.
think it should be anytime soon because of the branding. They got to move to the old failures of the DC past have to be left in the past. Frankly, I know some people loved it. Putting out the Snyder Cut was a mistake. It just restoked the flyers. It just you got to get past the past.
Joe, we shouldn't be reacting on what people react. Like, I'm glad we got the Snyder Cut. That wasn't a mistake because it was a great movie.
Yeah, to keep the artistic.
I'm not going to let crazies not deprive me
Even
of a great movie.
Even if there's a Joss Whedon cut, and I don't like
Not all
Joss Whedon
fans
anymore.
are crazy perp.
I'm consistent.
No, but he's
and I
talking
say
about
release it.
specifically why
I'm
it's a
for
bad
artistic
idea.
I'm for artistic integrity. I still want to see it, but I just don't think it makes sense right now. You risk more than you gain. You always go through the scales of what do we gain by doing this right now, and I just don't see it.
No, Margot Robbie did not tell WB to release the haircut. I don't know where it is. No, she did.
She was the only one that didn't.
Yeah, but that's
when she
every
was
actor.
asked, yeah.
Like, who cares? It is what it is. Like, if
Did Will Smith do it?
No.
Will Smith?
Yep.
He did. Yeah,
Will
he did.
Smith.
Will Smith
And Jared Leto?
Will Smith say that.
Everyone did, but Margot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So even
Mind
if-
blown, right?
She hates that movie. She must hate that movie.
Yeah.
He's not agreeing with
I
you,
heard
man.
she hated Hudson Hawk too.
Oh
No, well, she's wrong about that one.
Well,
Would
are you
you
guys
like
going to get
to
mad at
live on
me
a star?
if I do
About-
this?
About what?
I'll show you in a second here.
I heard Margot Robbie hates.
Someone's
vibes
joining
with
us. It's
Jeff
Grace
Goldblum.
Randolph.
That's like saying we shouldn't release Bad Boys 3 because Will Smith did Spies in Disguise, which was a kids movie. Like, what is that? What does this have to do?
Oh, dude, you almost had me. I was with you. I thought you were going to say Will Smith slapped someone. I was like, yeah,
I
Bad
want to
Boys 3
see if she
bad.
has any tea right here about James Gunn supporting Haircut. That's all.
Oh God.
Oh,
She
bro.
makes
No,
everybody
all right.
happy.
No.
No, put her on.
All right, let's have.
I loved Adventures of Ford Fairley.
Okay,
Had
yeah.
a good
What
cemetery
does
joke.
she got to say about this?
That's what I want to know, DL. Yes.
I actually, that was
silence
sarcasm.
women.
Let's see what she
Oh,
says a
don't
little bit.
start. Don't start.
If nothing comes of this, I will take her off stream.
All right, come on.
Oh, Voltaire left. Oh wow. Okay.
I just heard Margot Robbie hated the movie Second Sight with
Love you,
Bronson
Voltaire.
Pinchot and John Larroquette.
Oh,
How does she
wow.
feel about her role in Wolf of Wall Street, where she's butt naked?
Yeah,
I heard she was.
not.
I heard she was disappointed because she signed on thinking it was a werewolf movie. And, it wasn't.
Yeah, a werewolf movie in the stock market. Who doesn't want to see that?
I pay to see that. Quite
Yeah,
frankly.
exactly.
My God.
I heard Margot Robbie isn't taking her family to see Blue Beetle.
Oh wow.
What?
She didn't
doesn't support
hashtag it.
She doesn't support diversity
What is that? What the?
like
okay.
Zack Snyder does.
I'm gonna shut up before I get canceled.
Yeah, we're
Go
just joking here, DL. There's nothing.
I know
Thank you for joining me. We have another very juicy stream.
Ooh, it's juicy.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Not juicy.
Wait, thank you for gifting a membership.
juicy
Quite
as a
generous
desert.
of you. And on that note, another week of streams means another gift of memberships from myself.
Wow, she actually
giving
gives
out,
Please skip this.
She actually gives the chat memberships. And Max.
If it's a real
I've done
gift,
that before.
if it's
She's
a real
rich.
gift, if it's a real gift, it's a membership to someone else's channel. Hey-ho.
She's a national
You were
treasure.
sends
All
from
right.
someone that was blocked.
Yeah, proud of it too.
Wait, where's
And by the way, if Blue Beetle flops, Gunn's ass is done. If a movie he had nothing to do
Oh,
with
yeah, nothing to do.
flops,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that makes
All right.
sense.
Well, if he's not done, that means he could do whatever he wants in DC Studios. And I was right. Okay. There.
That
It has
makes
nothing
sense.
to do with them.
I agree, Cyber Cells. I
Oh,
agree. And I
okay,
think I
relax,
agree. I
stop,
agree
stop.
again. I am a rock star. Thank
If
you.
Blue
so
Beetle
much.
flops, Quentin Tarantino is done. Man.
Perfect.
Yeah,
After his
right.
10th movie. Watch.
Gunn doesn't fail. He has
He's
not
gonna-
failed.
Hey, Cyber
It-
Cells.
Oh, yeah, he
If
had a
the
couple
critic
of- yeah.
fails for Tarantino, he's just going to stop making movies.
Oh,
You
look,
guys-
look,
As always,
look at
you guys
MME. It's failed, and you're still making content.
I
Wait.
you guys are You guys are making me bang my head. Honestly,
If Blue Beetle
Yeah.
fails, I hear
Let's see
Steven
it.
Spielberg.
They
is
call us
finished.
heavy metal.
no, I'm not putting my webcam on. I got a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Banging his head. He's a headbanger now.
Can we just put
Time for new memberships at the beginning of every week. Here we go. Here it comes. There
Get
we
to the
go.
point,
Skip
Max.
this? Can you skip this?
I
Thank you.
memorized my credit card code, so
Max.
I'm all ready to go.
Oh,
Speaking of headbanging, I saw
yeah.
Talk to Me. It was really good. It was a lot of
Really?
fun. Yeah, I recommend it.
There we go.
There we
5
go.
more memberships. Oh, and Jerome, always gifting a membership. So kind.
I didn't know this happened. I didn't watch it ahead of time.
Thank you
You
also
need
for
to watch
gifting a
stuff
membership.
before you show it
any-
on your
you know,
stream,
even
Max.
one membership is so welcome right now. It's always slow in August, but the strikes, the Writers Guild strike and now the Actors strike, are
Ooh.
making things even slower. There's not even really news to cover because nobody can do any deals. So it's real slow right now, but we managed to put together another stream, and I have some cool ideas for streams.
Me too.
But I'll probably do it this point at next week. This week got a little messed up. I have some maintenance. that needs to
Oh
be
my
done
gosh.
in the apartment that I have to supervise, and then I have to clean up after it.
this?
And it, it's
I
nothing like bad, but it's just
It's
it
a
takes
fee.
time. I'm glad it's happening during an exceptionally slow period. Hey, Raphael.
Oh
Ross,
my
thank you.
God.
It's like,
Can
it's
she
like
go
the
on
X-Men
strike?
should sue.
Oh.
Marvel should sue and be like, we're the X-Men. Thank you very much.
All right.
But David Ayer, somebody once again brought up the Ayer cut. And David Ayer, because he also has nothing else to talk about, David Ayer was like, what do you want?
What about
from
Bright
me?
2?
Like, what am I supposed to do?
It's not
I told
happening
people I
on
wanted to
Netflix
put it
no more.
out there.
Boo.
And then he said, James Gunn told me we're going to put it out there someday. The exact quote was, James Gunn said that that Ayer cut would.
All right, not to criticize Gunn, but we're hearing a lot of reports of James Gunn said from Ayer, from Gal, and if all this stuff doesn't happen, it's not going to age well. I'm saying.
Why wouldn't they put it
Well,
on
well,
Max?
that's private. To be fair, that was private information that James Gunn told him. That's all he had to say.
Yeah, it wasn't his press release. It's the talent saying this, but it kind of seems like he may lead people along if this stuff doesn't happen. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm sure if they did release it, they're going to put it on Max. They're not going to have a theatrical release.
Yeah. He might have
No
been
way.
harassing him at a cocktail party. He's like, "Come on, man, put it out." He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'll put it out, okay."
Crossing the hallway.
You know,
we don't have
WB. He's like, hey, don't worry.
Do
He's
you
getting
go
his
to a
bagel.
lot of cocktail parties, Voltaire?
Not recently, but I have been to a few. Yeah.
Okay, this is why I like you. Go ahead.
Oh Lord.
Have its time to be shared. That's the quote. And then also, David Ayer said, I happen to know that my cut, the Ayer cut, plays better than the studio release. All right, let me tell you something. No way would a studio release a cut of a movie that didn't play as well as another cut. That's why they test these things.
2017.
Wait, what?
That's a lot,
Just
Grace.
like 2017.
I don't. That's every studio. Come on, Grace. Oh my
That's
God.
actually the first thing I've ever heard her say that makes sense.
All right. All right.
Everyone, Grace can't catch a break.
An inch to their lives. Sometimes they test them to death. But still, whatever gets the better numbers, it's going to play. Like, for instance, I don't know if you've been paying attention to all the cut scenes from Barbie, but they were right to cut a lot of those scenes. Hey, Matt Morey, I'm like, you guys were right to cut those scenes. I've seen a couple of that over the past few weeks. With, like,
Barbie
fans
cut.
of Barbie fan
No,
sites, doing the
please no.
detective work and finding all this behind the scenes stuff that showed stuff they were going to have in the movie. They were right to cut it. It should never see the light of day, even in like a director's cut or extras.
Got me
You
curious.
talking about the
So
fart
anyway,
jokes?
if
Uh,
the Ayer cut truly tested better, that would have been released in theaters for sure.
No, I don't agree with
we'll
that.
see.
I believe her.
I don't agree with that.
I believe her.
You said about Batman v Superman. That's the same shit you said
Yeah.
about Justice League. I don't trust you.
No, I don't believe that either.
Hold on. What did she say about BVS?
No, not her specifically, but
Oh,
like,
okay.
because this is a similar situation with those two movies because they tested the theatrical cut of BVS and they released that and it did terribly, and then the ultimate cut came out and it was received better. And
But
then
did
we
they
also-
test the ultimate cut before?
Yes, that's why they did the theatrical cut. They
Oh,
said
the
they
theatrical cut tested better.
tested better. Yes.
Okay, probably because it was shorter and everyone wanted to get out
Yeah,
of it.
the bullshit, and then
The
Justice
Ultimate
League
Cut was
27
also rated R. Would have been a real mistake to put out an R-rated Batman Superman movie. You cut your audience like in half there. You can't take the kids.
Top of the word of mouth, and it's
Well,
long.
to be fair, the theatrical cut wasn't really kid friendly either. But
Yeah.
you know,
At least I understand why they did theatrical cut because it's less time to get to that warehouse fight.
because the rated R cut had one F-bomb, like a PG-13.
Yeah.
What
Well,
a couple
I
times here and
I
there.
completely
That's
disagree
some
with
blood
her
spurts.
that the studio always makes the right decision with releasing the right cut. There's a
Oh,
long
and-
history here with Blade Runner.
I
all
think those
these
are
things.
exceptions, but for the most part,
No.
how many movies come out a year, dude? Like 255. You're gonna name like 4 in like 5 decades.
There's a lot of director's cuts that are better, like consistently. Not just
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, not just DC.
Richard Donner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certain things are better than certain things.
But
aren't.
to say what she said, suggesting
No,
that there's a better
I
cut,
dare. I don't care about you fanboys. I
better
crunch
cut.
my third tiers.
And
Donna cut is like God tier. Thank
Yeah,
you very
certain
much.
stuff is God tier, and certain stuff
to
is
say that the studio
mid-tier.
always makes the
I
right
don't know what you're
decision,
referring to, sir.
that's kind of ludicrous what she's saying here.
I think she's speaking in generalities, which is true.
To sit, but she's saying I don't believe it. A better cut
In
exists
general-
and it wasn't released. I don't believe it.
Like for example, right? Warner Brothers put out Superman the movie for 2 hours or 2 hours 20 or 2 hours 30. There was a 3-hour version of the film put on TV, for example, and there was a lot longer, right? There's a version of that, and there's and Superman 2. There's a version that went theatrically, and then there was Richard Donner's version. Which one was turned out better? Richard Donner's version in some capacity. So there are cuts there. Like I'm sure, for example, I'm sure there is other cuts like for other directors. I'm pretty sure about that.
The 12 different versions of Blade Runner.
Yeah. Which most of them are better than the theatrical.
Again, these are exceptions. In general,
All
studios know what they're doing.
They studios cancel Batgirl.
I know, and but again, I'm speaking in general. In general.
And again,
And yeah, probably Batgirl was probably a good decision, right? I don't know. I just want to see it because I love the character.
I completely disagree that the executives make these right decisions. Look where we're at right
For the
now.
majority of times, they do. That's why you could only name like 5
Is that-
movies from
is that-
1980.
Just based on even the strikes.
Okay. Well, now,
Making
yeah,
horrible
this is different.
decisions.
Yeah,
Consistently.
I'm saying for releasing product. And
So
stuff.
no,
Yeah,
but they're
screwing
okay.
people
They're
over, but-
they're making the right. Okay, they're screwing people over financially, but they suddenly make the right decisions creatively. I'm pushing
Yes,
back at
of
you.
course, yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean no?
I mean,
I
that's my
think
opinion,
Perp would notice.
Yeah.
How'd they get there to begin with? They get the power, and then they start like, oh, I want a little more money, but they got there to begin with because they were making good creative decisions.
So, Perp, you acknowledge that Batgirl is probably a piece of garbage.
I've said many times, even if it's trash, it could be someone's trash.
So
And
you
that
think it's
includes me.
Mystery Science Theater 2000 trash, right?
I don't. I mean, there's I understand there's a reason that why they didn't release it. Okay, I still want to see it. I still want to see.
I want to
really
see it for
badly.
Mystery Science Theater 2000 purposes.
Well, I also like to re-edit stuff, so I don't know if I might want to make it better myself. You know?
Yeah,
I
every
edited cut of
single
Batgirl.
every single cut of what's the director Ridley Scott's movies are usually better.
Yeah, he's the
All
one
right,
guy.
let's
that
see-
can do it.
Actually, yeah.
We'll see what else she has to
Kingdom
say
of
here.
Heaven was a masterpiece. The
We have
director's
other
cut.
topics after this. I just wanted to see. What,
David Ayer, who said F Marvel at the premiere for the movie. Remember that? He stood on stage and he actually said F Marvel, and everyone was like, "Whoa, man, you're supposed to be above
so
all
did
this."
Momoa.
And then also, let's think about all the other movies that David Ayer has made. Sorry.
right.
Hey, Luna, thanks for gifting a membership. Like,
Oh no, there's no
I mean,
moon.
I think maybe he
Man, I
wrote
don't give
Training
a
Day.
fuck
He didn't even
about
direct
there's
it.
no moon.
That,
Whoa,
of
whoa,
course,
whoa.
obviously is a legendary
Don't get me
film. I
demonetized,
think
everyone.
Fury was only okay, Mika. But for the most part, I don't think David Ayer has ever made like a really great movie. I mean, I think he's made
That's
a
true.
passable movie,
Huh.
but I've never been
Huh.
like, it's not like he has this wonderful track record, and then you're like, ooh, Suicide Squad doesn't fit with the rest of those movies. You know, you're like, that seems like, you know, I mean, I know that it got hacked up to death by a trailer editor.
And
but,
a watch.
You know,
Training
try me a river,
Day.
man. I mean, like,
But he didn't
a
even
lot of
direct
DC
that. He
direct-
wrote that.
Yeah, he wrote it. Yeah, that's still his work. So what the hell she's talking about?
Well, people are gonna, roll their eyes at this, but most of the directors that were screwed by WB have had a really hard time rebounding after their movies got hijacked. Zach and Ayer, they both went to Netflix. Zach had more success than Ayer at Netflix. Bright.
How does James Wan able to navigate all that?
James Wan his movie never got advertised.
Bless his soul.
James Wan is a force of nature.
James Wan. We don't.
Maybe he could work with
we
people.
don't. There's
Because
been different reports that they.
have you heard
they
Ayer in an
broke off
interview? Guy seems kind of tough.
I mean, honestly, I've never really been a big David Ayer fan. I was apprehensive when he was appointed to do Suicide Squad, but I always gave him the benefit of the doubt because that's exactly what I thought about James Gunn when he did Guardians of the Galaxy.
I honestly think. Listen, I like David Ayer, but honestly, that's why he's cozying up the Gun. To be fair, that's my opinion.
What's his last big movie?
Right. You're just proving my point.
No, I'm just asking a question.
After Suicide Squad, he did Bright, and then I don't remember the other
He
ones.
probably did a cop movie or two.
Yeah,
End of Watch is a really good movie, but
Yeah.
I agree with Grace. The rest of them are not that. Come on, the rest of them aren't that really.
But his career was going trajectory upwards until this happened. Think about it. Everyone, think about your profession. What if this happened to you? Be a little, empathetic.
That's true. Yeah, he was on a high with someone mentioned Fury in the chat. Fury was awesome. Got to work with Brad Pitt and didn't drop the ball. Like, yeah.
No, he was going up and up and up. And actually, even though they took over, the first Suicide Squad was one of the most profitable for DC. Even though people trashed it, it was extremely profitable.
The grassy speaks so shitting itself in January.
I forgot he does have a new movie coming in January.
He's got a movie called The Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper.
Sounds like a family show.
It's a new movie that he got coming out next year, I believe. If that comes out next year,
Jason Statham is a quiet beekeeper, and then they came for his children.
They came for his honey.
I mean, no,
there you go.
Is it in the Meg universe?
Not my honey.
Yeah, he went from taking on sharks to taking on bees.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Not
on
the
that
bees.
note,
Not
on that
my
note,
eyes.
I'm gonna head out. It's
All right. Thanks, Taladia. Did I give you
Thank
that
you,
much of a
Taladia.
headache? I'm sorry, man.
No, it's just that it's been a tough day for me. I thought pop in at least show my face around here. At least you guys.
Well, you're showing your icon around here. No,
You know what I mean, man.
Just giving you a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll speak to you guys a bit later.
All right. Have a good one. Take care, Taladia.
Oh my God. I meant when they're releasing stuff, when they look at cuts, they more or less know, hey, maybe we should do reshoots, do this, do that, do that. Again, I said 255 studio projects come out yearly. You guys mentioned 1 or 2 in the span of decades. And you're saying that the studio don't know what they're doing.
I don't have them all on hand. There's a lot of instances. A lot.
In releasing the movies, I'm saying, okay? That's different from paying the talent, okay?
But they
It's a purpose point. Very few directors, and they all want it, but very few directors get final cut. There's a reason for that.
And also, most directed cut does very well on VOD. Like it sell out a lot. Batman versus Superman.
I would tell all my talent to figure multiple cuts to maximize.
Yeah. I wish the studio told Richard Kelly not to do the director's cut of Donnie Darko because he made it infinitely worse with that director's cut.
There's a director's cut
Do
of
you-
Donnie
do you
Darko.
know that-
Richard Kelly's real good at making things terrible. I sat through Southland Tales.
Do you know that Zack Snyder prefers the director's cut over the ultimate cut? The pirate.
Dude, oh my God, this is so bad faith.
For
In the
what-
video,
for
Grace
what
mentions that
point?
studios are scared to choose, so they do screenings. If they're that scared, they wouldn't greenlight it to begin with. What are you talking about? Yeah, they do. They do screenings so they could get a general gist of what we need to change, what we could do, where we could improve if possible, and when we could release it. What's the release date? They don't do it what do you mean scared to choose what? Who's being obtuse now?
Was I just abducted?
And you know what I always say: if Grace says anything, then you know the opposite is true because she's
I know,
always
I know she said it, but I'm asking you. What do you mean? What do you mean scared to choose?
Max, play the video. Let's play the video what she said.
I just want to hear the tea about does Gunn actually want this to happen. I want to hear that tea.
Oh dear God, no!
You know,
Please, no.
I mean, it is unusual, but Marvel directors starting to have trouble now too. So, like, what do you want from me?
Do you agree with it, figure
All right,
drawing?
so I think there's a very strong chance that James Gunn is just telling people what they want to hear.
Oh, I agree.
Well, Grace would know about telling people what they want to hear because
that is true.
She built a channel on it.
Well, I think lots of people in the industry do that. Lots of people on social media do that. But I do think it's a little bit of Gunn doing that, potentially, is my opinion. And some of it's going to age badly and bite him in the ass later. And he's like, well, I didn't say that. But you said, but Gal said in an interview, well, we were thinking about it. All this stuff is not going to age well, especially when he said, oh, I didn't boot her. Then I talked to her, and then I didn't, and then we didn't eventually. I know, Joe. I hope you're right. I hope.
First of all, he never said he booted anybody. So that he never
just
said
didn't
anything.
hire them. I didn't fire them. I didn't hire.
All signs indicate Gal's back, and those signs just keep increasing. They're popping up like rabbits.
I'll believe it when I hear it from Gunn.
I'll believe when Grace says that Gal Gadot
No,
is
Matt.
definitely not coming back. Then I'll know that she definitely is coming.
Because I like the man, but I think he's a bullshitter. That's all.
He's been straight with everyone up till now.
I mean, who cares if he's a bullshit?
Lots of people in the industry are bullshitters.
I agree with that.
So I'm not. I mean, all right. Let's see.
And also when they talk to him in general, like I think he's telling not only fans what they want to hear. Thanks for gifting a membership, Ross, but also talent.
Yeah,
I think he's telling talent what they
Based
want
on
to
her
hear.
takes, yeah.
Like
she
for
said that I
instance, he already
disagree.
James Gunn already got caught in a lie with Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Then he went and told Gal Gadot that we will make Wonder Woman 3. And she went and told everybody, and I'm sure. And James Gunn, by the way, didn't say anything.
Yes, exactly.
James Gunn
that's
said he
because the
wasn't going to
interview
weigh
was
in
from,
so
and
much.
from June. The interview was from June.
Yes.
A day before the strike.
Well, technically,
pre-recorded, and it came out now because of Netflix.
Technically, it would be a bad look for him to comment on it right now because of the strike. Right?
Yeah, he's not going to.
But I think he's probably. My personal take is he's probably happy this came out now instead of when he has to talk about it.
No, she's the one who said it. He didn't.
It ain't happening.
I mean, it's possible, but I just doubt it.
It's absolutely happening. I've been saying it for months.
Right.
I've been take it to the bank.
I will give you $10 if it happens, and I'll be
10 gifted subs to Joe's channel.
So here's what happened.
I don't know how much.
James Gunn and Gal Gadot were at an Eyes Wide Shut party, and Gal kept saying to him, "Hey, I'm really good as Wonder Woman. Why don't you put me in there?" He's like, "Hey, man, we're at an Eyes Wide Shut party.
Take off your mask when you talk to me."
And he's like, "Yeah, we'll do Wonder Woman 3. Don't worry."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be in the hallway. That's why even Gunn mentioned this earlier and told everyone from the get, don't believe anything or take it with a grain of salt unless it comes from me or my partner, Peter.
He did say that on social media. He did.
He said that, and everyone's going crazy when all these other actors.
I will scratch the $10. I will get you a used VHS tape.
God.
Wow. No. How about you give him a
just a
ticket?
blank?
Is that a threat?
Yeah.
No, it's not a threat.
Sounds like he's gonna give him the ring curse or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm gonna give you a VHS tape,
and I will find hunting.
You have to watch the whole thing.
It won't be my copy of Shazam, the film. You're not getting this
box.
Yeah, it's a big box. You're not getting this out of my hands.
Can I borrow it? I just want to borrow it.
Nope.
I just want to put it in the background for one
That
stream.
is
Just one
crazy.
stream, Joe. Just one stream in the background, please.
What is going on right now?
Please.
All right, let's see.
On rumors and stuff like that. But I think he could have backed up Gal Gadot. He was oddly quiet when she was like, "Oh yeah, James Gunn and Peter."
Yeah, because there's a strike on, dumbass.
And they were
Oh, be nice. He doesn't deserve that.
I
People
agree.
love
Hey,
crapping
they
on
called
Grace.
me. Are you
I
going to
know.
call me a dumbass, Joe? That's okay.
No, I'm calling Grace a dumbass.
Well, I agree with her.
Of course you do.
Ow.
And James Gunn was like,
What is the root of all the
Meanwhile, it
hate
was his
for Grace?
birthday the other
I've never
day, and James
understood.
I know,
Gunn was
she's the
like,
best.
it's so hard to get himself
Oh,
together.
there's a history. with
She's the
Grace.
best.
It will take too long to explain.
No, the easiest one is to say that quote that James Gunn says about how she's always wrong. I forget the quote that he.
But she's not.
No, it's jilted dudes who have been blocked on Twitter.
Yeah, dude. These guys just saw Barbie and they're on one.
That's me and Joe.
They all hate her.
I don't hate her.
Oh yeah, and Gunn, he smacks her down every 5 minutes. She says something, then he's like, "Nope," on Twitter.
He loves her.
Yeah, I would love an interview.
Not for nothing. He shouldn't be smacking anybody down with his password behavior. Just saying.
With his password, what's his password?
Password
Past
behavior.
Who's past behavior?
James Gunn and his
Gunn's
poorly
women
worded
people? What
jokes.
does that mean?
It's fine. You know what? As long as you're not toxic, it's fine for people not to like James Gunn because of his past social media activity. Just like that's everyone. It's fine.
I will judge you silently, though. I will be judging.
Why are we going to judge? Why are we going to judge people?
I don't
because I can and I will.
There's some people that do not want to have anything to do or even kid about that.
Jokes a couple years ago.
That's.
I don't care how edgy or how much of an edgelord he was or anyone on Twitter.
Yeah, that's your personal.
Certain things you should.
That's your
not
personal
joke
boundary.
about.
Yeah, other people have certain boundaries.
You try joking about that stuff in the real world.
I think
see
he
where it gets you.
apologized.
There's a lot of families that were impacted by certain things that do not want to be. Yeah, so
he apologized, so it's fine.
No, I'm not offended. I'm just saying.
Okay, he apologized for that 10,000 times.
We can't bash people. I don't think you should bash people that have an issue with it. That's fine.
Well, I don't like the fact
you
that
shouldn't bash people that can't get to the point where they can't forgive stuff that's said like that.
I just don't like the fact that it's disingenuous.
Well, it is brought up in ridiculous, out of
Yeah.
context, like the debates, like, oh, but he did this. Like
When he got fired from Disney, everybody was like, "You can't fire him for that." Those were tweets. He was joking. Everybody back was going to Disney, going, "That's bullshit. You're firing this guy." And then suddenly, he replaced Snyder, and suddenly all the Snyder Bros were like, "But his tweets!" And it's like, well, it's amazing. Nobody. A couple of years ago, everybody was
No,
like,
I'm just saying it has nothing to do with that. That's just something you don't joke about. Would you joke about that stuff in real life, in person, at work, in your home life?
No. If he's doing that in, like, let's say Trauma Studios, yes, they would.
Well,
that's their work.
I don't.
They do offensive jokes. They come
Yeah,
up with the
yeah.
most offensive jokes they could possibly think of.
Yeah, but
yeah, Trey Parker and Matt Stone
think
made
he
those
should- I
jokes
think
on
he should
themselves.
Well, maybe it's just me seeing so many kids that were molested and taken advantage of at work. So that's just me.
I understand that. But then there's other people that have seen, kids getting shot and stuff like that. So when he's writing a movie where it's like there's a school shooting, should we it's like the line of, well, I've seen this, that means he can't joke about that is a very thin line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying, I personally don't have I do have an issue with the quotes, but I think he should be able to make his art the way he is, and he has apologized for it, says he wants to be different. So that should be considered as well.
No, I'm not saying hate the man. I'm saying those tweets were not funny. They're not funny then. They're not funny now. I'm not saying he should pay for it for the rest of his life.
Yeah, but then they go to the bash the people that have an issue with it. I don't want to do that either.
No. He was just responding to Grace that day on Twitter last year and stuff. There's nothing. He didn't say nothing mean to Grace.
Thank you, Jacob McKenzie, member for 2 months. Play the video. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Do we have to?
Trending for his birthday.
We're almost done with it. We'll go to different topics.
Today's my birthday.
Oh.
And he was talking about his birthday. And he was releasing a
not her.
playlist for his birthday. And he was like, hey, guess whose birthday it is, everybody? So he's
All I
active
know
on
for
social
birthday
media. It's not like he's
is-
somebody who's like, oh, I didn't see that day. Or I try to stay off social media. He just was like, good luck. Good luck, Gal Gadot.
Thank you,
He
CJ.
didn't say
Member
anything.
for
So,
4
I mean, that
months.
was
I
pretty
appreciate
bad.
Very valid
And
point.
now David Ayer. And James Gunn still didn't say anything. James Gunn didn't say, yeah, I did say that. And yeah, he didn't
'Cause it's
say,
private
yeah, David, someday I'm
conversations,
sure
bro.
your Ayer cut will be released.
why
He
would
just
he
again
say
was
that?
like,
Well, even if he wanted to, if he officially confirms that, it's going to be a madhouse, because then James Gunn's going to say, well, when is it going to happen? So I don't blame him for not, co-op, when that opportunity arose to say, yeah, because he'll be hounded day and night forever if he admitted that he said that to Ayer. Oh boy. All right, we're almost done here. We'll watch one more minute and then we'll go to different
Totally
topics.
silent. Hey, Danny. And just let David Ayer be out there being like, James Gunn told me we were going to release it. And you're like, I don't think that means anything these days. Like, absolutely zilch, man. So I think it's like, I think that James Gunn doesn't want to be the bad guy, but you can't have any real power and not have that situation. It's almost impossible.
Bye, Cal.
I mean, unless you're just like a silent ninja like Kevin Feige. Like, does anyone even know what Kevin Feige's voice really sounds like? Like he never says anything. So I think that's kind of a good way to go.
He doesn't use social
Now,
media,
I will
dog.
admit that I am still captivated by Jared Leto's Joker. When I see that picture of Jared Leto in his tuxedo with half his face mixed up from some kind of explosion, and he clearly face planted into the dirt, but his lipstick still looks great. How does he do it? We want his makeup tips. I'm like, that is some real no smudge lipstick there.
Now we have to race with the damaged tattoo.
No.
I'm kind of still kind of
That is
curious
a cool
in this
Joker
scene.
look,
I will say, I don't dream about it. It doesn't haunt me, but I am like, it does look pretty cool. So I do think that's the only thing maybe keeping anybody interested in this cut. All right, so I will put a poll up because I know you guys like the poll.
That's it. We're done with
I'm going to talk
Grace.
about the pros.
We're done with the.
Thank you.
Yes. Sorry, everyone. I thought she might have some tea. No tea was spilled.
That's why you need to watch the stream before you show it live.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Pre-production is not permitted.
He doesn't do research, so
it's a reaction, a blind reaction.
Right.
Is that the reaction you wanted? Is that the reaction you wanted?
Sometimes it works out. Sometimes that's my best viewed videos is when I don't know what they're going to say. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Maybe I guess she doesn't do as much like shorter videos when it comes to spilling tea, but I don't know.
Listen, her movie math videos are second to none. They're terrific. Nobody does it better than her.
I agree.
Honestly,
Joe,
yeah,
what
probably the
movies
best
are you
video she
planning to
makes.
see next before I bring up this next article?
I don't know. What's coming out next?
Did you see Talk to Me?
Voyages
of Talk to Me?
Blue Beetle. I'm excited for Blue Beetle.
Gran Turismo as well.
Yeah. Talk to Me worries me. I haven't. When I see the A24 logo in front of a horror movie, it's usually a warning sign.
Well, let me tell you, I think A24 is doing something very interesting where between this one and Bodies, it seems like they're doing, okay, I hate the term elevated horror, but I'm just saying it's what we're calling it here, elevated teen slasher.
Hipster horror.
Yeah, like it's they're moving it on to like the teen demographic, and it's really interesting.
I never thought I would hear together hipster horror.
Yeah, it's essentially, yeah, he's kind of right there, and it's actually very interesting, and it's very fast paced and fun. Talk to Me is a lot of fun.
Bodies had the double whammy. Like I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh, a horror movie by A24. Not interested. Pete Davidson
I
showed
knew
up,
it.
and I'm like,
he's awesome in it.
Doubly not interested.
No, but Talk to Me is really fun and really fast paced.
Well, it's
not like
getting
the
a
average.
sequel. Talk to Me is getting a sequel.
And those guys got Street Fighter from it. So,
all right, well, it's happened. Netflix made more money by doing password sharing. Now Disney Plus is going to jump on board too.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Oh hell no!
It's a smart move.
I mean, it's not
Bob
surprised
Iger.
they're doing this. Once Disney, once
That's
Netflix.
what I mean, everyone. Time to get those VHSs again.
No, that's no.
Oh man, I use my brother's account. That stinks.
Yeah, no.
Bob Iger
Once
says
Disney,
Hey,
once
dummies.
Netflix does something, the other companies are going to follow next.
He's going to crack down. You really support the writers and actors? This is the way you're going to pay it as a consumer. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm being honest. This is a result of yes. You think you think the studios are going to front the extra expenses, or the consumer is?
No, you're right,
Yeah.
Max. After the Netflix experiment, they'd be stupid not to do it. Quite honestly.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
It makes sense. Like, Netflix is doing it. I guarantee
Who's gonna get most of the cost that we support screen actors? I'm telling you, right? Who's gonna carry the load? The
I love
consumers.
how you make it seem like you have a cause. Like, who's gonna do it? We are.
No, I still support it. I still support screen actors and writers. I'm just
Didn't
saying. You
Netflix
think somebody
gain
gets
like
lost?
2 million new subscribers last
Yeah,
quarter?
everyone signed up.
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
everyone,
signed
all
up.
these all these people in their soapbox saying we're done with Netflix.
There's
Nah,
nothing on Netflix to watch.
nah,
They all
Yeah.
signed up.
no.
Right. That's why it'd be stupid not to
No
follow
one
their
cares
model.
about Canada CGH.
You're gonna miss Fubar season 2. Get out.
No
of
one's
here.
gonna, and they're not even worried about, like, the Canadians wouldn't share passwords. They're not even looking at you.
Canada's
They're too
not a real
nice.
place.
They're too nice to share passwords.
Canada's like Barbie Land.
That's a misnomer.
My God.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure every company is gonna follow next after Disney and Netflix did it.
But
so.
you had a strong reaction, DL. What's your thoughts here?
About what?
You're like,
Oh,
oh,
about-
hell
about
no.
the password. Well, yeah, it's going to be difficult on me because I'm sharing a couple passwords with Disney Plus and Max, so it's going to be.
FBI, where's CGH with this sound drop?
Yeah.
No more sound effects, please. My
Next,
ears.
Is there like an official like MME sharing password group I could be a part of?
No.
See, next the cock will be
Hell no, I don't
will
trust
be
this group.
cracking down, cracking down at the cock.
I mean, think about it. Like they probably they should give you option.
Yeah, be careful with sharing that.
Well, they should give you option if you want to pay for your sharing your passwords and your account.
Well,
to other
Netflix
people.
does. So
But I hate the
yeah.
commercial thing, man, because I love Twisted Metal, but like, and I have premium, but watching that and then they have those like fade out to blacks. Like, okay, this is for the people that have commercials. It's like that's so annoying.
Yeah, we watched the first 2 episodes with commercials on this channel.
Finish
Yeah.
that show. That show was amazing. I hope it
Yeah,
gets.
it was
So
fun.
this is going to impact you too, Voltaire?
I use my brother's Disney Plus, but I pay for Max and Netflix.
Yeah.
And you know. So.
Well,
But
I
Disney
mean,
Plus,
will you
he's got
keep it?
kids.
Will you keep it if you have to pay, or are you gonna like drop it?
There's nothing good on Disney Plus that I want.
Ahsoka's coming out, brother. Come on.
So based on Secret
I always-
Invasion, will you be keeping Disney Plus?
Do you really want to ask me that question?
Disney Plus is the most indispensable of the streamers for me.
So what, you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah,
gonna,
it's over.
you
It
guys are gonna cancel then get it again for Ahsoka?
Yeah, I would never
Well,
dream of getting rid
They're
of
not going to
Disney
enable
Plus.
this before Ahsoka, so you'll be able to see Ahsoka first.
Well, no, and I would get it like I do with Apple TV.
The
if
Acolyte.
something's on it, I'll get it. But like, the
There's too
rest
many
of it,
good
like
things.
my brother has kids. If you have kids, it's indispensable, I believe.
Yeah.
But
They
there
just
hasn't
got
been
Little
any-
Mermaid, right?
Even if you don't have kids, like I mean, you got all the Star Wars on there, all the Marvel on there. You've got
Little
the
Mermaid.
Muppets on there.
But Joe, I have my Star Wars VHS now.
Yeah, well, I got them on Blu-ray too, but the TV shows you need to watch on there, and then the new Muppets show, Muppets Mayhem. Like it's just Disney is like that's my number 1 most indispensable, and Paramount Plus is number 2 most indispensable.
Thank you. I'll have to check that out later for your draw. I'll do a separate video.
Then I disagree with her. Boom.
There's my receipt.
We don't care about receipts. This is not the return counter at Target. Receipts are for money back at Target.
Thank you. I believe you. I believe you, and I disagree with her. There.
Okay.
Everyone's
We're at
happy.
19 likes.
That's
Come on.
value, in my opinion.
Come on. 25 likes. That's all I'm asking for. Please.
That's all I'm asking for. That's all. I'm
So
asking
it's
for.
coming. Iger does not care about being the bad guy anymore. He wanted to be thought as like the good guy.
Well, he got clowned for his dumb take about the writer's strike.
I don't think he cares anymore.
How's that the bad guy?
He's in profits mode now.
I don't see how cracking down on passwords is the bad guy.
No.
That's helping him.
I'm saying when he came back and he wasn't supporting he was saying they're being unreasonable with the negotiation for the
Yeah,
strike.
that was the dumbest thing he ever did. Like,
I don't
bro,
think he
what-
cares anymore.
like,
He
why
wants to
were
make
you-
profits, get his stocks back up, and then get out.
On the interview, why were you?
He was
say that?
partially right though. Like he was partially right.
No.
No, like Campia broke it down, and
God.
it's really true, because some of the things they're not being unreasonable about, but the residuals, there literally is no money in streaming to give out residuals. It's not there, and the result is they just take the stuff away.
We don't know that for a fact, Joe, because they don't release their numbers, and there's
No,
got to
we
be
do
a
know it
reason.
for a fact. That's why all these shows are taken off streaming.
Why aren't they releasing their numbers? Why won't they release the
They're taking
numbers?
shows off to make more profits than not pay residuals, but that doesn't mean they're not making any money at all.
Yeah, they don't. They're losing subscribers. If they're losing subscribers, they're losing money. So they're taking these shows off to save the money because they can't afford to pay the residuals. And the only people that hurts is the consumer, because then we can't watch the shows.
Do you think they would only do that if they were hurting for money? I think they would do that regardless to make more money and not pay residuals.
I don't know. I think that
Yeah, we don't know.
makes sense. Where's the money going to come from? The money's got to come from somewhere. I think the paradigm has to change.
Crazy
quite
Joe,
frankly.
but why? I think a lot of people are saying that they aren't releasing the numbers for a reason. And why do you think that is?
Well,
Personally,
they've never released the numbers.
but why? Why?
Because why would they want to make that public?
Because they don't want to give.
I mean, if they're already saying that we're not making any money,
That's
and
all.
we're losing
That's
subscribers.
also hurts these employees from negotiating a fair price.
That's why.
Well, I don't know. All I know is it makes sense. I mean, you see the numbers going down, you see the subscribers falling, and you got to say, well, where are these numbers
It's
coming
not
from?
really
Especially
falling as much as not growing anymore.
And the more content you have up there, the more opportunity there is that someone's going to choose to stream that show or stream that show, and then that's a show you got to pay residuals out for. So they're taking the shortcut and saying, well, this is getting expensive. We're just going to take these shows off, and then that hurts us, the viewers, because we can't watch the shows, and it hurts the actors because their work isn't out there anymore. So the paradigm basically has to change, and instead of residuals, they got to find a way where they get paid more upfront. That's got to be the change. They got to get more paid upfront.
Yeah.
Because the residuals, it worked on the TV when it was commercial television 5 nights a week. It doesn't work in this medium, and we're learning that now.
Perp, why do you think they're not? What's your theory on why they don't share the numbers?
I have no idea, but it's clearly like they're either making less money that people think, or they're making more. It's one or the other.
Degrassi, why do you think they don't release it?
Because
it's
they already
interesting.
know, and it doesn't help them make any more money by releasing it. Or
I wonder how. Yeah, I wonder how like the
talent
publicly
leverage.
traded. Yeah, I wonder how the publicly traded companies like have been able to prevent that from being released with
Because it's new technology, so it can't be like regulated like right away. You know what I'm saying? Sort of what happened with AI.
That is true. It's probably just changes to now.
So it's like streaming. Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. And it's like, well, look what's going on. And
I agree with Brian. That is true. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's a project that might be good.
Degrassi says both. Yeah.
Lawman, Bass Reeves Paramount Plus gives us a new look at the David
That Taylor guy has a lot of TV shows for Paramount. Like he's doing a good job. Like
call him Mr. Paramount.
Yeah, Mr. Paramount. Like I think he did 17 something. I forgot what it was called.
He did the Tulsa King with the
Tulsa King. I
yeah,
think
Yellowstone. He's like
Yellowstone,
he and Star Trek are single-handedly like holding up Paramount.
Honestly, yeah.
And
He
Maverick.
also doing the Yellowstone spinoff as well. So yeah, he has a huge contract with them, and so and he's doing a new show with Zoe Zaldana that came out on Paramount as well. So
and for people that don't know, this is based on real life events of a former slave that became a lawman west of the Mississippi.
That's cool.
And he made over 3,000. He was the first black U.S. Marshal, and he made over 3,000 arrests and killed 14 fugitives.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, that makes the show more interesting to me if there's historical accuracy.
Yes,
to that.
Paramount Plus, and a great actor. I
Just sounds like it's gonna
butchered
be
his
shootout
name.
for me.
What have I seen him in? I'm not familiar with him.
I forget. I've seen him before. I can't remember. I've seen him a few places.
Speaking of Paramount Plus, does anybody know when Evil is coming back?
I wish I knew.
I don't know.
It ended so abruptly with that last episode.
That show was so good.
It is so good.
But now I'm going to check out the trailer.
What's this one called? Let me check real quick. What's it called?
Which one?
This one, the what we're looking at.
Lawman, Bass Reeves, or Bass.
Oh my god, I didn't get to read the chat. Oh, damn it! I missed it because I was listening to
somebody's hammer hand is strong, and I respect
I was listening
that.
to Bruce where I missed the chat. God damn it!
I'm not
Just so everyone knows.
All right, so this is called Lawman.
That was me. I wish everyone the best. Let's all move on.
You, buddy.
That's it.
That's from doing those
Lawman.
curls. Your hammer hand is strong.
Yeah,
Lawman.
Wait.
Lawman.
Have a great, whatever. That's it. All right, but this project looks great. I love,
Okay.
Hey, Max, I put an article in the chat if you don't mind when you're done with this one or whatever you're done with your other one.
Yeah, I want to look at this trailer now, and thank you, Bruce, to give me that info. Now I'm really hyped for this project.
I respect historical accuracy,
and I have to see when it comes out. Now.
Yes, his name is cool.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
If that's his real name, but whatever. It's a good Hollywood name.
In the private chat.
How do you pronounce it? Is it Bass? Bass Reeves?
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, let me bring this up here.
So yeah, go ahead.
Thinking about talking about this too. And then
I'm
I'll see what you
surprised-
have, Anthony. Hold on.
I'm surprised Talk to Me didn't use the hit song from Mandy Moore, I'm Missing You Like Candy, because the chorus is
the
Talk
horror
to
movie?
Me.
Was there a
Baby,
movie
show
that-
who you are.
I'm not familiar with that. So wasn't there a movie a few years ago, similar title about?
There was Talk to Her. That one.
The one with the guys in Italy, the young man and the other older man, and it was a romance. It was nominated.
I'm not sure. You lost me at romance.
What is this?
A Disney sale to Apple? Don't count it out this time.
So I always thought this was a bogus rumor, but the Hollywood Reporter is reporting on it now, which makes me think that there's more than just because it just sounds ludicrous to me, right? I just don't.
Why would they want it?
But at the same time, it doesn't.
Because why would they want it?
I think the only studio.
Why would they want all that IP?
Yeah, why would they want to deal with the parks, all that crap?
So,
No.
at the end
I
of
don't
the
know.
day, like Apple does not need Disney. I think this is more of it's more of Disney is giving themselves to Apple because they're in financial rut right now. But I don't see this happening.
They're
at least
unlocking
anytime
the
soon.
doors. Disney unlocks the doors. Disney put on sexy music and has an outfit on.
Forget the parks. They'll never sell the parks.
The government is not
Yeah.
going to approve this.
I think if they
Why?
could separate
Why
the
wouldn't the
parks-
government approve this?
I think if they could separate the
'Cause the
parks from
government's
from the IP and movie content, this would be a slam
Right,
dunk.
so then you want Kevin Feige to be gone.
Why
Everybody-
wouldn't
everybody's
Apple want the parks? I mean, if
They-
you're
Well, no,
Disney
Apple,
won't give up. They won't want to give up.
I just don't know why they would want it.
It's like they don't.
It's like a communication.
The IP is
I
so
don't know.
valuable.
Well, we
Apple
see
makes
that
a lot,
Apple is
lot
like-
of money on their products, but not on their streaming service, which is actually very good right now.
Yeah,
Also,
we already see Apple trying to dabble their toe in the entertainment business. So it's like it's not a matter of do they
are
need them?
dabbling
No,
it,
they
though.
don't need them. They are trillion. Let me say it again. $1 trillion
Trillions,
company.
yeah.
They can buy
What?
Disney 5
Are
times
they?
and still be okay.
Yes,
Yes,
they
yes,
3
trillion.
trillions.
They want to
Okay.
be.
They have more
Yeah.
cash
They
reserves
want
than
to
any
be.
other company.
They want to be a quadrillion.
And, Apple's streaming service is top notch.
Yeah, it is, but they don't have a
sure.
lot of subscribers right
They
now.
have
Is it though?
foundation.
Like, I mean, they got
Yes.
some
What's
the
really
rate on
good.
it?
They got some really good shows,
They're
but
made by Warner Brothers.
they're I don't know.
And also,
Like,
also
Like I said,
A24 as
they're
well.
dabbing their toe in the entertainment stuff.
I heard
think
M.
they're-
Night's
they
show's
go
pretty
long-
good over there too.
they
Oh,
go
they're
long
not.
stretches without anything new too. Though it's like
Also, I think the only studio that Apple
Ouch,
can buy
Diamond Guy.
is probably A24 because they already have a Pioneer relationship.
A24 is perfect. Please leave it
Yeah,
alone.
because that would
I-
make sense for them. They already have an
perfect.
agreement with each other,
It is
and
perfect.
that would
And
make
that-
sense for Apple to buy. Not Disney, no. I think Universal, like what the graphics, the Universal wants theme parks. I think that will make sense for Universal to go after.
So Apple will not. So Disney will not sell the theme parks. I think it'll just be the movie stuff, the IP. I just
no,
don't
it's,
believe.
it
I don't
goes
think they
together.
give. I don't. Why? Why can't? Why would
Disney?
why would
Once
they
you
keep
buy
that business?
Disney, you get all of it.
But you're saying,
All of it.
you're saying Disney won't sell. I mean, if they buy Disney, they buy Disney. There's
buy
no Disney not to sell.
Yep, they own Marvel, Lucasfilm, the
Yeah.
parks, Fox. I mean, 20th Century Studios. They owned all of it.
Oh, so
I-
they like Apple has to manage 3 companies: Fox, Marvel, and Lucasfilm. I
He's
think
already
that would be too
looking
much
to
for them.
separate things. He's already hinting at it, Joe.
I do
And
gotta
see-
say, Apple TV Plus did put out one of the best movies of last year, Spirited.
Oh, by
Yeah.
Ryan
That
by
movie's-
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's phenomenal.
I do like the tragedy of Macbeth. I did like
At this time, we're going to get into the article, but also go sub to the King of Nerds is 7 away from 100. Let's get him to 100 tonight. Come on, everyone.
You think
Well, you're at it. You
Link your
give me
channel. Link your
500
channel, Bruce.
subscribers.
What
happened?
You think Apple would
Actually,
buy
link
Batgirl?
your channel this time, Bruce,
No.
for instead of go sub to someone else and put in your channel. Like last time.
I did not forget that, sir.
Yeah, go sub to DL and he
That
links
was-
his own channel.
That was so funny.
I gotta clip that out. That's gonna go on the intro. Go sub to DL. Whoops. Wait, did I put my channel there? Whoops.
I think the only stuff,
okay,
the only thing that
Can you
Apple could-
sub to this channel, please?
Yeah.
the only thing that Apple could sell is like NBC.
Sub to
or-
DL. He has good
FX,
content.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Oh, that's not your channel this time. What are you doing?
No,
He's
you
being
can
nice.
put it in there.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I'm trying to get to the article.
Go ahead,
Wait,
read
oh,
it.
you're the one to
Read
be
the
like,
article.
hey, help this, help get to
Well,
this. Yeah.
well, I want to get Joe's take on this because the CNBC interview, he's already hinted that he might be doing some piecemeal stuff, removing some things and selling it.
Yeah, before a takeover.
All right.
I mean, like, if you buy Disney, you buy Disney. Like, you buy.
Yeah,
like,
you buy the whole darn thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it says, but this
Even
observer-
Donald?
No,
Okay.
not Donald.
No.
No, yep, Donald's
Trump?
with them, coming with them.
That is-
Donald's
What about
coming with them.
Clarabelle?
All right.
Trump?
Well, here,
Pluto.
Trump comes at them?
Pluto.
here this kind of
Chip and
expertly
Dale.
breaks it down. This article. It says Apple
Roger
buying
Rabbit.
Disney. It's an
The
idea.
Chippendales? They're getting the Chippendales, too?
Hell yeah.
Does that
Donald
come-
Trump, the Chippendales, they're getting all
Oh
that?
God.
Does it come with Ron DeSantis?
Oh.
Ah.
You want
Heyo.
you want
That's
Ron
why
DeSantis
Disney's
to
selling.
come?
We're like, we don't want to deal with this guy anymore.
You know,
Apple.
but before I'm going to take off in a second. But before I take off, I got to ask the question. I hate
Take
Ron
off what?
DeSantis. I'll take it all off. I hate Ron DeSantis, but as
I
much
don't
as I
hate
hate Ron
anybody.
DeSantis, there's a part of me that's got to wonder how it would be kind of funny. It would be kind of funny if the dude suing Disney becomes president, and then Disney has to make an animatronic of him for the Hall of Presidents.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Hey, we got to build an animatronic statue of that guy that's suing us now.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, go
The
get some
ultimate win.
MME merch. Oh, wait a second.
Hey, Joe, before you go,
TGH stuff.
Joe, did you email me?
I don't know. Did I?
Okay. I just want to know if it was you. Okay, that's it.
I was starting some trouble. I was just
Okay.
stirring the pot.
We're good.
All
Thanks.
You didn't
Thanks for
respond, so I
confirming.
didn't know if you
I
got it.
know. I didn't know it was you. I was like, I'll ask him.
All right.
All
So
right.
this bye Joe. Thank you for joining us. Go
Oh.
check out Joe's channels as well.
Like, yeah, you don't have to.
Yes.
Or come
Track
by.
him
I
down.
don't know.
Stalk him.
I don't know.
Stalk Joe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. All right, so it says Apple buying Disney. It's an idea that keeps being discussed, even though many top executives scoffed at it. And many still do. Apple doesn't want to buy a studio, they say, and there's no way the feds would allow a huge deal like
That's
that
what
to
I'm
go
saying.
through.
The feds would not like that.
Yeah,
But
they-
this observer wasn't so quickly to roll it out. I don't think Apple would buy the company as it presently exists, he said. But if you see Bob start to divest things, that feels like he's prepping for a sale, and then there's clearly no buyer like Apple. So
So
yes,
people realize that
Now
Amazon.
read that next sentence right there.
What?
Right.
There?
Yeah.
Not long after that, Iger went on television and hung a possible for sale sign on Disney's TV business.
TV businesses.
Yeah.
TV
Businesses.
businesses. It's not the whole enchilada. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be the whole enchilada.
Yeah, he's breaking things down, selling piecemeal. Is my opinion what's possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not even saying I necessarily want to see it happen.
Didn't
I do-
WB do the exact same thing?
Right.
Aren't studios just doing this?
And
It's
also,
fascinating. You wouldn't think Disney would do it.
Yeah.
That,
Everyone's struggling. COVID messed everyone up, man.
Yeah, and also in the
Nobody
article it
ever
said that
thought
Steve
we
Jobs
would
served
see-
as a
Like
board
people thought that
director.
Apple was gonna buy literally WB a couple months ago.
What are you saying about that, Anthony? Steve Jobs?
Yeah, it's like literally right there, and then like in the third paragraph. That
Yeah, there's a
Steve Jobs,
history of Apple and Disney and Pixar. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Apple used to own Pixar and then sold it to Disney.
Somebody say Apple Vision.
Apple
One day.
Apple
One
Vision.
day.
Oh,
Is that
the
the
new
Disney
Apple
Plus show?
AirPods, $3,000.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It's gonna be cool.
I want to see more videos of it. I hope they send it out to tech reviewers.
Apple Vision, Apple
I
Vision.
wonder if we could do if he has avatars, and I could literally call Voltaire.
I would love
Talk
it.
Avatar.
I am not buying a new TV until I see how those are. I'm telling you, I might buy those instead of a new TV. That's
Nah, bro.
I'm pumped to watch movies on those.
Instead of a
Watching a
TV.
movie?
Hold on, you like to like go on dates and stuff. You're just gonna VR watching a TV with the.
You could
He's gonna
wear that.
VR dates
Hey,
too.
You're gonna
you could
VR
wear
your date
VR
too.
your bidet.
Watch a movie.
No, I
Oh
don't
my
like
God.
watching movies.
Oh,
Sitting in a
the VR
bidet
date
with a
won't say
VR
no.
headset. Oh my God.
I don't want to. I don't. I'd like to pay attention to the film and enjoy it. You know.
so VR goggles are on.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hurt your vision, what's wrong? Like it's not gonna. They're pretty good technology, right?
And it's Apple. Apple's technology is always top notch.
I just can't see a date going like that where he's like, "Here, put on the VR. We're gonna watch Talk to Me."
No.
He doesn't
And
have.
honestly,
He doesn't have a companion VR set yet. What if you had two? That would
No,
be
because he said he's going
that
to
would be
replace the TV. 'cause
that
he said
would be
he's
a
replacing
panty
the
dropper,
TV.
Voltaire.
No,
I have
what I'm
two
saying, if he
Apple-
goes on a date and he brings the date home and they're going to watch TV.
No. No. I'm not getting a new TV. I'm not going to upgrade my TV.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because of that.
Voltaire, that's a panty
I
dropper.
don't think
I
he
have
would
two
share
Apple
his.
VRs and a bidet.
I don't think he would share his Apple Vision with some random girl. They would have to work their way up.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
the thing.
VR.
Like, if you
Some
how you
hussy?
gonna watch a movie with the girl with the VR goggles?
You clearly mark.
These are $3,000.
Oh, listen. You can. They'll find a way to make you share the experience with someone.
Oh.
And let me tell you, if you told the girl, "Hey,
Oh,
you know what I
that
got back at my
experience.
place?
Okay.
I got a couple of sets of VR
Thing is,
goggles.
they have a
$10."
bundle so you could have two Apple AR things for like 5,000, 6,000. People will buy it.
And a
so.
bidet.
I got
What do you
the
think
day
he's
and
sitting
Apple
on while
Watch.
watching the movie?
And
How do y'all cuddle and do smoochy smoochies while you're on the VR goggles?
No.
Play Cyberpunk.
You know,
for me
and
to
just
enjoy movies.
wait for Japan to release a VR waifu for it.
Please, they're
So
on
I'm
it right
telling
now.
you, everybody mocks this thing. It's going. I think watching movies on it is going to be amazing, and it's going to be a better experience than watching it on.
What if
Oh,
they
I
have
get
a
what you're saying,
way
for sure.
to give the theater directly to your goggles? If they have a way to verify and it limits piracy
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah,
technology.
And then you start.
That would be the death of theaters.
That would be amazing because
it
then
would
we're
be the-
watching
yeah.
Aquaman 2 with a bunch of like anime like avatars next to you. Like, it'd be fun.
Well, yeah, you do watch parties with friends if you do that kind of thing. Like, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with this thing, and Apple doesn't release products until they're thoroughly tested. and
Listen,
the
I
quality
thought
is
the
whatever.
iPad sounded stupid
That's
when I
true.
first heard about
You're
it.
getting me hyped.
Oh, the
Everybody
people-
crapped on the
it-
iPad, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
I was
been
like,
you're
asking,
getting me
what is
hyped.
it, a pad?
people been
Digital
asking
pad?
Apple to do
Day one
those,
owner of the iPad.
Yeah, people been asking Apple to do foldable phones like Samsung's. Like, bro, Apple does not want to do that now because they have
affordable phones.
no, like
Do
like,
they?
Yeah.
no, no.
You know,
No,
for
it's
the
always
peasants,
factored into
they
your
have them.
plan.
For peasants.
doesn't have
Oh,
one
okay.
yet,
For you
but-
rich people
Or
out
like,
there. All
or
right.
like Max, who
Apple-
has an
Apple-
iPhone 5.
Yeah.
I used to run around with my Switch and put it in my ear and pretend it was a phone just so people
Oh
would
my
look at me and be
God.
like, what is that? It's like that big ass phone.
Like Apple doesn't release products until they test it very well. So you know.
And when have you ever heard of an Apple product being recalled?
Remember when every
Those
Samsung
sweatshops,
phone
they working
exploded?
pretty hard.
Because they
They're
have
really
it.
doing great stuff.
Doesn't mean they shouldn't have.
Apple has the best sweatshops.
Yes,
Well,
they don't
those
recall
batteries
them.
there, Bruce, for that they were, they had that whole thing. But
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to exploding phones.
Oh my
They
god!
still
yeah,
can't
that-
make
that-
their
yeah.
phones durable. What's wrong with them?
No, they still make their phones shaped like a bar of soap to slip out of your hands. But hey, that's their thing.
Really? Your phone slips out your hand?
No, I have a case on it, but
Oh,
their
okay.
phones are slippy. I mean, I love their phones, but they're slippy.
They ain't durable for shit.
That's not the only thing that's going to be slippy when
Well, actually,
you bring someone back for those VR goggles and a bidet.
Oh
wow,
my
goggles and
They're
bidets.
gonna be bumping into walls trying to kiss each other. It's gonna be hilarious.
Actually, the next iPhone is got a titanium shell, so that
Ooh,
might
titanium.
Yeah.
Day one purchase.
Day zero, never.
Oh, titanium!
I'm doing it. No,
Yeah.
Voltaire's true, man. Apple's products are the best
Why
electronics.
you
So if
think
they're
that-
working
why
on
you
VR. It
think the
must be
laptops
something
sell
special.
out quick as hell. because people use it for businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
Frank Grillo. I also saw David Harbour, I think, too, saying just loving Creature Commandos.
Yeah, yesterday. It was
Can't-
yesterday.
Can't wait for this drop. This is thanks to Anthony Beltry. It's some of the smartest, funniest words I've ever gotten to say. James Gunn at his very best. Now,
Oh,
this
yeah.
could just be PR speak, but this is also David Harbour saying the exact same thing.
I think Frank Grillo working with Bruce Willis in like 8 movies is thankful for this. Like honestly,
7 episodes. That's gonna be very interesting.
I'm looking forward to it as much as people like to paint a false narrative that I'm some type of hater. No, I'm looking forward to Creature Commandos.
Oh, I mean, I want to see a trailer. I hope we get a trailer.
I'm looking
yeah, but
forward to
we know we see through that. We know you.
I am looking forward more to Creature Commandos than Superman Legacy.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
my god!
I am.
Get out of here, Max.
Wait until the
cast-
trailer.
the
Max
cast
always
is
says ridiculous
fire.
stuff. Wait until the trailer, bro.
No, I was excited for Guardians of the Galaxy before, even when people were saying I had Guardians of the Galaxy comics. I didn't know about Creature Commandos. I'll be
Come on,
honest,
it's
but
already
they're
on Disney
really-
Plus, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's on Disney Plus?
Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Creature Commandos is on Disney Plus, Max.
No, that would be crazy. No, but Christian, I hope we get a trailer by the end of this year, or the beginning of next year. So,
If we get a Creature Commando trailer before Aquaman 2, oh my god.
That'd be pretty sad.
No, I hope we get a trailer for Aquaman, literally after.
I know,
Like right now, someone check Twitter. Make sure it hasn't come out yet.
I will say that if it wasn't for people being used to,
I love the background CJH. I love it. Maybe maybe you could make me another one of just it looks like I'm in a sound room, and I'll use it as my green screen, and I'll appear on screen without my sunglasses on. I'll just be on screen. I'm thinking about it.
No, you look good with the sunglasses.
Yeah, but I can't see shirt.
I would want to see him without the glasses at least once.
Oh, you didn't yet?
No, I have never seen you without.
Really?
Glasses. Yeah.
I do it to.
There's nothing to look at.
Oh, what are you talking about?
No, I'm just kidding.
I think.
DL's the kind of guy who would believe Clark Kent wasn't Superman because he'd fall for the glasses thing like it really tricked him.
No.
Gunn better do something about that. That's all I know.
Biggest Superman
Listen,
fan
that's
in
canon.
this
Leave it
panel.
alone.
No.
I still think that's stupid.
You know what else is canon? You know what else is canon? Wasn't there a run where Superman, every time they would take a picture, he had to shake his head really fast so he'd become blurry in the picture? Do that. That's canon.
Cool.
The only person that figure out Superman identity is always Lois and Lex Luthor. Other than that, and Bruce.
Oh look, I put on
Hidden strike. Hidden strike.
You said strap on?
I didn't know
Hidden
what I
strap
said.
on.
That's
Whoa.
dangerous.
Hidden strap.
Hidden strap on.
What kind of
That's a horror
trading
movie.
are you doing?
That's another horror movie.
What is this movie? I have to. What a
I saw that trailer.
And John Cena action movie is a surprise hit on that. I started watching it. It's
You know what's
decent.
crazy that this movie was produced. Came out like it finished production a long time.
Yeah,
ago,
this
and
and Sound and Freedom. They didn't. It's the movie they didn't want you to see.
That's why they put it on Netflix.
That's a good.
They are trying to stop you from seeing Hidden Strike and
Hidden
Sound
strike.
and Freedom.
They're trying to hide the hidden strike.
Yeah.
So is John Cena a rough around the edges cop, and Jackie Chan is by the book or coming in from China?
I'm not sure. I didn't see enough of it
Are you
yet.
describing Russia?
They're both goofballs.
Yeah.
Sort of like a post-apocalyptic world, and Jackie Chan is like driving buses with people, civilians, to protect.
Yeah,
Are you
in a
describing
sandstorm.
Mad
Yeah,
Max?
it's basically Mad Max. Basically, with Jackie
There's
Chan.
a sandstorm. And
Yeah, and they get attacked in the sandstorm.
And
Like,
John
exactly
Cena
like Mad
lies
Max.
has a crew that's attacking them, but he's probably going to join up with them later because he's like, "Hey, you didn't tell me there were going to be civilians. I'm not like that. I'm not that type of criminal."
I'm not that.
So I mean, that's what I heard. That it's pretty much like it's like from the trailer. It looks
Mad
like
Max
it's like
mixed
Mad
with
Max.
Rush Hour.
When a
Wait,
group
John
of
Cena and Jackie
international
Chan.
rebels target a massive oil refinery in Iraq, a private Chinese security team led by Commander Liu Chan volunteers to escort nearly 500 civilians to safety in Iraq's Green Zone.
Green Zone. It's like Green Zone with Matt Damon.
Yeah. To get there, they must travel via bus along one of the most dangerous roads in the world. On the way, they're attacked by a team of mercenaries, including decorated U.S. veteran Chris Cena, initially reluctant to take on the job. reluctant to take on the job.
Oh, this is Mad Max. Jeez.
And finds out the exorbitant cost of restoring water to the Iraqi village where he lives.
Oh my God, this is totally Mad Max. Jesus Christ.
As Lou and Chris find out who's really behind the oil refinery heist, the two join forces to save lives and kick ass.
And are they at first like not liking one another, and then by the end of the movie they realize they can learn something from each other?
Have you ever seen a movie before, Voltaire?
I didn't see it, but yes, I didn't see it. But yes, that's good. It's fun.
They're more alike.
That
than
was like
they
that was
thought.
like the Seth Rogen blueprint.
I gotta
back
see
in the
this, man.
day.
I'm
It's
gonna
like,
check it
at
out.
first they don't like each other, then they become friends.
Jackie Chan holding guns is so weird. His fists and kicks are much deadlier weapons.
That is
He
true,
just
dude.
throws the
That is
gun.
true.
That's usually what happens when
Yeah.
Jackie Chan gets
It
a gun.
normally
He
doesn't
throws-
work. Yes.
Jackie's
he
not
throws
a
it at
spring
someone's
chicken.
throat.
No, he's not that young anymore. You're right. This is a kind of mindless movie you need to watch now and again just for fun. I think I'm going to watch this.
In VR.
Oh, I wish.
Oh my God.
No, but I hope Jackie Chan makes Rush Hour 4. I want to see that.
I
bro.
could.
Bro, you know what I want, man?
You know
I
what?
want-
Rush Hour 4.
No.
Please,
I-
yes, we
I'm
do. We
sick of
do.
Jackie
We
Chan.
do. I want to
Oh,
watch it.
hell.
Please.
This is what I need Jackie Chan to do.
Breaking news.
What?
did
A lot of Jackie Chan movies on VHS already out there in the wild.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have a bunch.
If
I
you
have
find
all
them-
his 80s in DVD.
Yeah,
I
if
have
you
his whole
find
collection
them-
from
if-
Wheels
yeah,
on
if you find
Meals to Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars, all of his movies. My problem with Jackie Chan is that dude needs to. He's an awesome director too. He needs to find like an up and comer martial artist and really, like, sort of harvest him or something. Like, bring him on the up, but show him everything you know. Teach them things. Like, he does not help any other stars out, and that's kind of bothering me now at this point. He's like getting too old. He can't be. He has stuntmen now. It's like, all right, that's fine. Why does he just
He
direct?
has a whole stunt
Ow,
team.
what?
Yeah, he has a whole stunt.
What is
team.
this? What? I don't know what you mean.
So
The
you're
man's in
mad?
his-
You're mad that
What I think he needs to. No, I'm not mad. I just think he needs to like take an up and comer because he produces movies.
He literally did the new version of Karate Kid where he's helping Jaden Smith.
No, I'm saying behind the
real.
camera. I'm saying behind the camera.
And he also
Behind
comes
the
back
camera.
for the new Karate Kid movie.
Yeah, and
as well.
he literally raised 4 turtles
saying
from the
behind
ooze.
camera. I want him
Fair.
to. I want him to
He's
bring up
master-
the next Jackie Chan. He's like, yeah.
dude,
Oh,
there,
behind
there
the
can't be another Jackie.
You want him to
There will never be
help
another
his
Jackie
replacement.
Chan.
No,
There will
but he could
never
help
be.
someone out and show him the tools of the trade and what he's
Wow,
learned
did-
and all
did you
that,
want-
and
did
have
you want
like sort of a
Bruce Lee to say
mentorship.
anything?
He doesn't
you want
mentor
Jet Li to
anyone.
say
Instead of abandoning his real life
Do you,
children.
do,
Yes.
do you want Jet Li to do the same thing? You want Donnie Yen to do
No,
the
have
same
you seen
thing?
Jet Li
You want
lately? You
Jet Li-
can't. And
Jet
Jet
Li
Li's
is
not a
sick.
director. And Jet Li's
Jet Li
not a
is sick.
director.
Okay,
Jet
so
Li's not
well,
a producer director.
maybe Jackie has
Jackie
to
Chan
direct
is.
anybody worthy of his mentorship.
Fearless.
Nah, no, there is.
Then there
Like
will
Tony
never
Jaa. It would have
be
been great if
like
he'd like,
what
oh, I'm going to
I
direct the
love
next Tony Jaa
Jaa,
movie.
but he's gone some.
Or the
weird
raid guy,
decisions.
Iku. Like, you know, if he did that I think that would be really cool. Like Jackie
Is
Chan
that the
presents,
IP
and he's
guy?
directing a new martial artist.
Has
And it would,
it-
and he could,
anybody on
and
the
not only that, he could be as creative in his choreography because now he's limited because of his age, where he's not going to be able to do everything he could come up with because of his age. He could
Perfect applied
put-
for
not
mentorship
Jack
to
Wee.
Jackie Chan and was rejected, and he's a little
Please
bit
read
sore.
this.
about it.
Yeah, I was.
Rayo's bringing receipts.
like-
Please read this, Perp.
Teach me how to fight with a broomstick.
This is
Yeah.
facts. Go ahead, Perp. Read that.
It's Jackie.
It's Jackie, not Jack Wee.
Jack-
Oh my!
Tell that to his stunt team.
Oh boy!
I just-
Tell that to the
There
great
would
Jackie
never-
Chan
there would
stunt
just
You
team.
never
want him
be
to do
another
more,
Jackie.
work to help communities. I'll research to see what Jackie. I don't know. Maybe he has. Maybe you just don't know.
I'm saying for movies. Oh my
Say
god!
for
Not
movies,
communities. I'm
movies,
saying for
man.
movies. If he
Movies.
directs, because he's able to use his full potential in terms of choreography and how brilliant he is with a young action star, I think we could have something really special.
I would say just keeping the genre alive with starring himself is helping the whole genre.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
a lot of those people that eventually became stars started out as stunt workers, including himself.
Yeah, but it would
keeping that industry going
Sure.
is helping.
it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if has a massive ego and doesn't want to share his stuff with anybody.
Yeah.
Would-
Well,
I've heard
Donnie,
Yeah.
like Donnie's still kicking ass as the age. Like he's the only outside of Jackie Chan and Jet Like he's the only star in doing very well in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Donnie Yen has directed too.
And what would you put
But
that?
he's
same
on a
pressure
streak right now, so he's not worried about that.
Yeah, he's not worried. Like he's doing very good.
Yeah, he's on
He
a
was
huge
amazing in
streak.
John Wick 4. Like all the action scenes like he does. Like he's amazing.
No, his Hong Kong stuff is still great. He did Raging Fire last year. That thing was fire. That was great. He's
And
still
I also
kicks
love,
ass.
and I love his IP movies. Like he does amazing with his stuff.
Okay.
Have you guys watched The Warrior on Max?
I watched first.
No, I haven't.
some of the
What is
first
the
season's
show
pretty
about?
Good. Yes.
What is the show about?
It's about Chinese immigrants in California during the turn of the century.
It was you. I think Bruce Lee originally pitched the idea. Too.
Yes. Yes.
It was
Is
originally
Bruce Lee in it?
No.
No.
I'm only kidding.
Michelle
And
does
Michelle,
fucking-
you as well. Fingers. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
She's still cooking ass.
Well, he abandoned his daughter that he had
we researched that. His
Yeah, we
his
debunked
wife,
that a little bit, didn't
well,
we?
no, his wife that that he had an affair with wanted him to stop seeing his child out of wedlock. That's complicated. I don't like that.
Yeah, who does that? Who makes somebody choose between a child?
I don't really want to get in his personal stuff, honestly. But it doesn't sound great. But no, we don't know all the details.
Can you play a trailer for The Warrior?
No, because that'll get the stream.
So is it English or is it in Chinese?
It's in English.
Okay. I keep seeing that pop up on Max. I just haven't.
It's a good
It's on
show.
the third season. It's pretty much Irish and Chinese immigrants living in the same slums, and fighting for control and jobs.
That
It's
actually
really
sounds
good.
I just saw that. Sounds like the new Martin Scorsese, only with Native Americans.
Donnie Yen seems more like that person that you want, Perp. That he seems like he really helps out the younger generations, as far as I know. No.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't hear that. What?
Donnie Yen seems like that more with the vibe you want Jackie to embrace.
In terms of, I don't know. Donnie Yen, I don't know how much older he is, but he doesn't seem like he's slowing down like Jackie.
Okay.
I would definitely expect Donnie
60,
as he gets older.
He's 60. He's 60.
He is
Any
older.
interest
That guy
in this
still
Heart
moves
of
fast.
Stone movie?
No.
I kind of am. There was this one shot that I thought was cool where they're like glowing, like they're in the snow. I don't know. That looked cool.
The
It's
shot's
Neil
pretty
Young
cool.
song.
I mean, I think Extraction is the only great.
What the hell am I
action
getting
franchise.
ads for exam gloves?
Yeah, that's
Really?
targeted ads, Max.
No, I don't know what the. Maybe because I bought or was researching
Oh, I have to
poison
do my
ivy
own
stuff.
prostate exams.
Yeah.
No,
Show your browsing history, Max.
Looks like a fetish glove.
No, it's
I'd
I
rather
think
not
because
see
I
that.
researched medical stuff for to get which
Max, leave it
poison
alone.
ivy cream, but like that
Uh-huh.
glove thing is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I think this movie will have great potential. This new Gunn movie, but I think Extraction is probably the best action movie that Netflix released in a long time. So
Okay, we got an update from Bob Iger again.
Oh, great.
Thanks to Anthony.
Typical Bobby.
Bob Iger talks about Disney's recent box office flops. And you know what? I think he's seeing what Zaslav. I don't like Zaslav, but he is succeeding in some areas, and I think he's taking that as a challenge. He doesn't care about being the nice guy anymore. He's going to be making the hard decisions to get them the profitability and help his. He has so much Disney stock. He's personally invested in this succeeding.
He's
You know?
really
He
getting out
wanted
there
to. He
a
wanted
lot,
to
though.
succeed. He wanted to.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure he wants to succeed, but he's really making a lot of public statements. As
This is from the investor call today. Like
I
he
blame
said this on
Elon.
investor call.
Mm-hmm.
You blame Elon Musk?
Everyone wants to be a celebrity. Everyone wants to be cool.
The performance of some of our recent films is definitely disappointing, and we don't take that lightly. I'm talking to Kathy right now. We are focused on improving the quality and performance of the films coming up. And
I wish that was true. I really do.
Oh, really?
I mean, to be honest, that's every studio head, even Asna said the same thing.
Yeah, but
about
for him
this.
to acknowledge that they've been doing badly is shocking. To tell you the truth.
This movie was hard to watch. I wanted to like it, but it just wasn't fun.
What Strange World? Oh, yeah.
This movie I liked. This movie I can't
did not.
rewatch it.
MODOK
The only thing
absolutely
I like, the
destroyed.
only thing I like in that movie was Kang, and that's
They
it.
destroyed MODOK. I agree.
MODOK was amazing.
They destroyed MODOK.
I think that's the best
That
joke
was
of
the least
2023.
of their issue. That was the least of
This
my
is-
concerns with that movie.
This movie was
Hey,
amazing.
speaking of MODOK, hey.
Lightyear.
Lightyear.
Oh, this is Lightyear? Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
CJ,
what did
I
you
don't
think?
want to.
Yeah,
I
what
don't
did
want
you
to
think of
comment
Lightyear?
on that. I don't know
she
anything about.
didn't. No.
What does he do?
Somebody was joking about that in the chat.
Yeah, he's going back to Canada.
God.
Oh boy.
He's gonna lose his
You-
immigration
hey,
status.
pull up a stream. Let's go talk about that.
Well,
in your stream.
Indiana
Jeez.
Jones,
Everything
like
you
Indiana Jones flopping is like the budget was way too hard. It was filming during COVID.
I
and
think they
stuff.
knew
And
that
the
shit
sh-
was
and
gonna
the
flop.
Indiana
shutdown,
Jones flopped. I
yeah.
thought it didn't
I think
flop.
I think
All
they
the-
knew
all the
exactly
cut.
what was going to happen with that, and then they just did it.
They
just
that movie,
did it.
They just
Wow.
did it. And they were like,
That movie was
Kathy
dope.
Kennedy just did it because she has
Yeah.
so much power.
yeah,
But
that's
I
art,
do-
bro. That's true art. Come from the
Yeah.
gut. Don't give a crap how much money he's going to make.
Kathy Kennedy's the least of their problems based on like that Haunted Mansion. Oh, you put up a warning.
all,
I was even hating.
there's
Ha,
a
ha, ha.
I knew it was
Haunted
coming ahead
Mansion.
already.
No.
Why
I
was
said the
that
least-
even released
Haunted-
in July? Why was that
Haunted
released in July?
Mansion and some of the other Disney projects that have nothing to do with Kathy were more bigger bombers than the Lucasfilm.
Bigger bombers.
Big, I don't know. What I'm
this
saying.
Bigger bombers.
Bigger bombers with
Bigger
maps.
bombers.
Bigger bombers.
Bigger bombers.
But yeah, the
Max
Haunted
movies
Mansion
is
should
Tokyo
have
Rose.
never.
I don't understand why.
Yeah,
Haunted
Wait,
Mansion
did you see
didn't-
Haunted Mansion? Have you seen it, DL?
I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but it was just it's very strange that they released it in the middle of July. Like,
That was
why would
dumb.
they do that?
Yeah, why not Halloween or something?
Halloween,
yeah, absolutely.
exactly.
They probably have something else planned for Halloween.
Are we
Oh,
doing?
also, like,
Some,
Wow.
some Disney special.
that
I don't know.
movie-
Some Mickey
Okay,
in a
so
haunted
they're
house.
putting their Disney special over their theatrical release. Like, what
Yes.
makes so much sense, and they're trying to
It sounds
revive
so
the
dumb.
Disney park
Are,
movies.
are we doing
Like, come
the
on now.
mailbag?
Yes.
Yes, after
topic here,
after
CJ,
after
buddy.
finish.
Just
But like,
chill.
I mean,
We
I
will.
think Haunted Mansion should have come out in October. I don't understand why it did it.
Might have done worse.
No, it would have. It would do good with these.
That's
Might have
true.
done-
Yes, it might have.
What do you mean it would have done worse?
Might have. I mean, we don't know.
Might have.
Wild.
What is the
because we have
company?
a lot of horror movies
If you were the
coming
head
out
of the
in October?
studio and they told you we have Haunted Mansion, let's pick a release date. What would you pick?
Where are you put?
I would ask my data number crunchers, where should we put it that can make the most money? Right?
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm paying you for.
So
And maybe
they
they gave them this date. Maybe they were like July. Oh man, if it's in October, it's
Yeah,
gonna
how'd
get,
that work
it's gonna
out?
get swallowed
July.
by.
It didn't work out very
It's gonna
well
be
for them.
swallowed by Patrol, whatever that Paw Patrol crap.
Paw
or whatever.
Patrol and
Who knows?
Yeah.
No,
And-
Paw
Who knows
Patrol's
what the
coming
data
out
crunchers told them?
Saw 10
They did this.
cops
They've
in
done this
weekend.
before. They've done this where they released the Halloween movie in like August or September, right? Like the Halloween, the Michael Myers is like, oh, why are you releasing that? They have number crunchers.
Well,
people.
they didn't want to release it. They didn't want to release it against what Craven, Exorcist,
Oh,
Five
Craven.
Nights at
You're
Freddy,
Craven.
Saw
It's
10.
completely
No,
different movie.
Craven's
This is a
coming out
family
next year.
film.
Craven's
No,
coming out
Five
next year.
Nights is PG-13. I just heard.
No,
PG-13.
Deadpool 3 is being moved.
So that is going to be direct competition with Haunted Mansion.
So
Not
what's
only
CJ?
that,
Oh,
it's
what is Haunted Mansion rated? What's it rated? Is it
I think
rated
that's
PG-13.
PG.
PG-13.
Oh, that's PG-13. Okay, yeah, that's direct
PG-13.
competition, and it's edgier. It's an edgier Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion, we've already been through that. I think
July.
I'm just saying. I think the number cruncher said, yeah, this is where your best bet is. I think they all knew. This
Late
was-
August might have been better. I mean,
maybe.
Maybe. What you say, CJ, about your thing?
Deadpool.
Oh,
I mean, on
Deadpool
paper,
3.
guys,
Deadpool
on
3
paper,
might-
yeah.
might
On paper, it makes sense. October, Halloween, Haunted Mansion. It makes sense, but there's a reason why they do that. I'm telling you. They have,
Well,
they have
yeah,
people that study this crap.
But why July? I just need to know that. Why July?
Yeah, that
was the
I
best.
don't, yeah. Also, like it would now. It's now going to make money because of Oppenheimer and Barbie. Like it was not.
Yeah, they couldn't release this for Halloween because November 3rd was Dune Part 2.
Yeah, Dune is.
what about
Yeah.
September? What about September or August or even late August? I mean, it just seems right in the mid hot July. It just
Yeah,
seems-
I don't understand.
but whatever. I'm sure that look. I'm not saying they must have had a reason for the decision, like Perp said. I wouldn't think that they're just that stupid. But my gosh, that seems misguided. Unless, I can't. Yeah,
It could have legs. Actually, in my screening today of Talk to Me, the theater right next to me was Haunted Mansion. A lot of people were coming out. I don't know. Maybe.
You know, all the kids are back to school in September.
Chubby, Dune
That's
Tune
true.
has not been changed. They're gonna talk about it by the end of this month. whether
Oh,
it's
that
changed or not.
stinks. That
Yeah,
stinks.
they say at the end of the month we will find out.
What do you mean
the
that
official.
stinks?
I want to see it. Say if what
Yeah.
Degrassi is saying is true, summer 2024. I was looking forward to.
Oh,
June.
it's gonna get pushed back to summer 2024.
Yeah, they say at the end of this month we will know if it get pushed back.
But not Aquaman? Dude, what the hell's going on with Aquaman? How is that getting pushed, but not Aquaman?
How many
Why-
cuts have there been?
Why do you guys want information for Aquaman? It's still got like what, 4 months?
Because they added
I
so
just want a
many
teaser and
actors to
trailer.
Dune 2.
And then I also
they
heard-
want that the promotion, but Aquaman
Don't they
kinda
usually just
And
release
James-
the trailer 2 months before?
James Wan also had a recent health scare where he had to go to the hospital
Yeah,
in
I heard.
emergency.
Yeah, his wife,
so
yeah, his wife.
I just want to know what's going on.
No,
with that
God.
movie.
There's been reports that they took over his movie too. I don't know if that's
Oh,
accurate.
No. The only did
If it was James Gunn, I'm fine with that.
No.
No.
Nobody took over. his
Wow,
movie.
go
They
from
just
James
did.
I'm
they just
kidding.
small
I'm
reshoots.
kidding.
that would be a
Just
sight
trying to trigger
They just
that.
did small.
Where's these
reshoots and
reports
that's it.
coming from, Max? Please provide receipts.
Snyder Bros.
Of course.
Multiple Snyder Bros.
Of course.
Snyder
Of course.
Bros.
But don't you guys think it's weird that they're moving Dune but not Aquaman? That's all I'm
No,
saying.
because Aquaman is
What-
DOA. He's dead out of the water.
Like, why wouldn't they move that?
Because I think James Gunn said, "I want all this crap done
Done,
by
yeah.
the end of this year,
Just
please."
leave
That's a good
again.
point.
Alone.
But
That's a good
If
point.
they push back Dune, they're gonna kill its momentum. even
there's
more.
one thing that Aquaman has that Dune doesn't. Jason
Momoa?
Momoa, star
Oh,
power.
he's in Dune.
I don't think Jason
in the
Momoa's
first
star
one.
power is
Well,
what
Momoa's
it
in
once
Dune.
was.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Listen,
talking about as the star.
with the first Aquaman, he was looking real fresh. He's still, I'd still,
How
Dude,
dare
have
anyone
you
talk
seen
I
about
know
the,
you
have you
would,
seen
Max.
the cast of Dune?
I'd
though?
still hit it. But,
They added Christopher Walken for Christ's sake.
he's
They're adding
looking a-
memes
he's looking
now.
a little older. He's looking a little older.
Have you seen Fast X? He was amazing in
Yeah.
that. He was
Yeah,
great
and
as
that
the
movie
villain
didn't
for
do
that.
as well.
He
yeah.
stole the show.
And they stole the show. He was great. I can't wait to see part 2.
He
what
was
he
Still
did.
made a lot of money.
It did.
I know, but there,
It made money. It made
the
more
thirst,
money
the
than.
thirst isn't as high for for Momoa now as when the
Well, you
first
could say
Aquaman.
Well,
thing-
you got never say that until you see the trailer. I just
Yeah,
want a
never
trailer.
say that. Never say that.
Like
I mean,
you-
I'm
the
still
trailer could blow
thirsty.
us away.
I'm
and
still
it's just
thirsty
like, oh my
for
god, I gotta
Well,
see that.
look at Mission Impossible. It didn't make money.
Yeah, look at that, Max.
Look at that.
And you said it was going to be $1 billion. You lied to me.
Listen,
Max.
Fast
You
X
lied to
starring
me.
Jason
I'm
Momoa, Vin
surprised it
Diesel, and
didn't
everybody
reach
made
$1
more
billion.
money than.
Max lied to me. He said
the
$1 billion.
trailers were better than the movie. That doesn't happen all the time.
Damn.
That happens all the time.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
Literally
does.
all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Well, not usually for Mission Impossible.
People's like the general
Yeah,
audience still
because
loves
usually the
Jason
movie
Momoa.
is on the same quality as the trailer. Usually.
All right. Well, I have a couple more articles, and CGH is frothing for the mailbag, and there's a lot of mail in there.
All right, well, I'm going to get going. It's
Oh,
always
have
fun.
a good night.
It's always fun arguing with you guys, even though we
Sometimes.
all disagree. And I might sound heated, and I might sound like I'm getting like snappy, but I love you guys. I love talking to you.
Well,
I'm very
Raptors
passionate
are
about
supposed to snap.
Okay.
Don't listen to
Now I'm really mad. Now I'm actually mad at you, Max. That was a terrible freaking joke. All right.
And you're
The man has not watched
their
Breaking
claws.
Bad. Don't listen to him. He has no credibility.
Go sub the
I saw
perp.
65. Okay, it was all right.
That intro he did on his channel is amazing.
You're
I wish
welcome.
I could use
that was
it. I wish I
hilarious.
could use it.
I know. I figured you couldn't. I was joking about like
Yeah, I wanna-
vote for this. Max has to play it in the beginning.
Are you cheering that he's leaving, CJ? That's what the hell, bro?
Oh,
Sometimes me and CGH have to crash just to feel something.
Okay.
No, I will
Have a
never.
good
say-
night.
I will
cheering for his
never-
car.
Anthony, I will never say Tom Cruise is a failure just because his Mission Impossible directing and didn't do well at the box office. I will never say he's a failure.
All right. Everyone says I have a bad take. All right. Whatever, Anthony. Cheese.
I'd like to say this: 27 Latino advocacy groups have issued an open letter in support of Blue Beetle.
That's good.
Since they can't, since the actors can't promote it.
I'm already buying a ticket, all right? Sheesh.
Damn.
Don't make me come across this table and whip your motherfucking ass.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry. I thought I was talking to somebody else. Anyway.
Sheesh. There you go. Kingdom of Nerds. And DL. And
Yeah.
CJH. Put your channel there too. And buy my merch. I mean, what the hell? CJH
What merch?
Buy everything from the CJ store. There you go.
Oh, wow. Anthony's promoting you, CJHC.
You know, I'm almost close to 100 real subscribers. Please support this channel. We have
I do
content.
agree. Yeah, subscribe to as well.
Anthony knows how.
Wow,
how we
what an
roll over
amazing
there.
endorsement, Anthony. Yeah,
and
it was
Ray
just
as well.
whatever.
But
Yeah.
I do agree the Oppenheimer and Barbie trailer was definitely better. I agree with that. It was amazing. Those trailers was great.
How many subscribers are you at, Bruce, for what you saying?
93, 94.
Okay,
That's not
you're
bad
really
for my
close to
first
100. Yeah, no, that's really good.
One more article here. Futurama producer teases the show's exciting future after new Hulu season. You know, I'm kind of revitalized
I will
on
take my exit because I have nothing to contribute to that.
Oh, all right, DL.
Right, but
I think it should.
Tomorrow, DL is having a review of Secret Invasion. It's
Yes.
full of hot takes.
Yes, tune in
I
for
will be
that. There'll
trolling
be a
from the
lot of
chat.
rage and yeah.
And he's so close to 500 subs. Get him to 500 subs.
Yes, please help a brother out.
You know, make alt accounts and use your alt account. No, don't do that.
The troll. If you troll and you get him to 500, it's okay. Right?
He welcomes all comers, including trolls.
Yes.
I think
don't go too
for
crazy with
future
the trolling. Okay.
Yeah. For future drama, I think it should get another season. Why not? Fans
call
love
it
it.
future
Everybody.
Is that future drama?
You said
Oh.
future drama instead of Futurama.
Yeah, hang on a second. So, what time is just for the people there, DL? What time is your stream tomorrow?
God damn it!
It's probably going to be around. It's probably going to be around 8:30 Eastern, which will
There
be
you go, everybody.
6:30 Eastern.
Oh
I
my
mean
God.
Pacific time.
My
6:30 Pacific time. So yeah.
That's actually 5:30. If you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. 5:30 Pacific time. 8:30 Eastern time. Around that time.
Tune in, everybody, and tell your friends.
Tell your friends if you want to see me. You want to see me get angry.
Ranting with DL.
Ranting with DL. There we go. All right. See y'all
All right,
later.
bud. Have a good night.
All right. Bye,
Good
DL.
night.
All right. Anyone else want to quit?
Yes,
While
I'm
we're at
leaving
it?
now. I gotta go talk.
Oh, I was joking.
No, I'm gonna go talk to my buddy Brian.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Bruce.
Have a good night, everyone.
Who's there? Someone might. Is that Domino's?
CJH, you fucking scared
Oh.
the shit out of me right there, man. God damn you. I love you, buddy, but you got me bad right there.
Good job. Good job. Well, my Futurama, I'm kind of getting into it again because I found my original Xbox complete in box copy in storage, and it's worth like $200 to $300. Just one game. So I want to play it, and then I want to watch Futurama. I never really watched too much Futurama.
I think it should get another season. People loving it. The audience love it. So why not? If it's successful, it'll continue. Why not? Yeah.
New episodes of Season 11 dropping every Monday. Okay.
So one dropped the other day on Monday. So yeah, if it's successful, sure, makes more. Why not? Like, people love it. That's the reason why I keep coming back. If people love it, keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with it.
All right. We were robbed. Released the. Of an amazing Spider-Man No Way Home scene with Zendaya, an MJ scene where she takes on the cape of Doctor Strange. This was cut.
Oh, the clothes. Oh, that would have been interesting. Is the one that she goes? Oh yeah,
and it went to Ned instead.
Yeah,
We could have got MJ.
that would have been cool. I think there was a lot of stuff that was cut from No Way Home that they didn't make it to theater. Especially that fight
perfect
between
as
Toby
is.
and Green Goblin that was cut. So You know,
It was
I mean, the
perfect
movie's
as is.
amazing.
Perfect as it is,
Yes.
it can always be better.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it was still perfect.
Oh no, I agree. It's a still amazing movie and stuff like that. You know.
Mailbag. Figure drawing. Thank you, figure drawing. Max, you mentioned potentially giving horror movies more attention. On that note, I recommending watching Barbarian from 2022. After you watch The Thing, of course. On another horror-related note, have you seen *Malignant*? Oh, I don't want to see that.
I
If
think
so,
it's Barbarian, and it's kind of a fun movie.
if so, did you like it? It's a horror movie from 2021 by James. I do like James Wan, though. Maybe. Max, your thoughts on, from Jacob McKenzie, your thoughts on Avatar: The Way of Water is tracking to become Disney's biggest digital release ever domestically. Never count out.
Never beat James Cameron. He's
James
the
Cameron.
greatest of all time. He's the GOAT.
I forgot his name
You
first.
know.
James Cameron.
It's not a surprise. I mean, you can't beat James Cameron at the box office. It's very simple. You just
He
can't.
tries to push technology. Now he doesn't really go hardcore on the storytelling. It's still pretty basic, but you know.
Yeah, and now we're going to wait until 2031 for Avatar 5.
CGH Entertainment, help him. He's getting close to 5K subs. Help him out. When someone with an accent
losing
thinks
it.
to themselves,
Losing subs.
will help them. Do they think
I
they
used
have
to
an
have
accent in their thoughts too? Well, what do you sound Canadian? Do you say "a" in your thoughts, like "hey"?
No.
Or what? What
Oh
else?
no, what's happening, eh?
Oh no, what's happening, eh? In your thoughts?
Maybe you guys have accent.
Oh, blew my mind there, buddy. I hadn't thought about that option.
Okay, well, I think so. Yes. If the professor on Gilligan's Island can make a radio out of a coconut, why can't he fix a hole in the boat? You just broke the show.
Yeah. I think because he was banging Ginger and he didn't want to leave.
Yeah, if you honestly, that scenario was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
he was
mean, the
pushing way
ladies
above
were
his weight.
out of the league of the guys there, and you got, oh, I think they were drilling holes in the boat. We can't get anywhere. I'm very sorry.
They'll never have a chance to a shot at that starlet in real life. So they're like, "Holy crap!" On this.
And then the ladies are like, "Why can't we leave this island?" I don't know. I haven't watched that show in a long time. Yes, you just broke the show, CJH. Did you ever notice when you blow on a dog's face, they get mad at you, but when you take them for a car ride, they stick their head out the window?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
CJ, do you do that to dogs a lot? And I hope you haven't been injured.
No.
Okay. Good.
All right. Well, I need to get some water. I'm parched for a second. I'll be right back. Voltaire, you're in charge.
All right. I'll read the next one. Why does Superman stop bullets with his chest, but ducks when you throw a gun at him? Oh no! Yeah. Now. Oh, sorry. I missed your other one.
We should probably wait till Max.
Okay, fine. You want Max? to read.
Let's I don't know, talk about anything.
Okay. What's going on? What's going on with Canada? Is it flooding or are there fires?
Oh,
or
it's
what's
good
going
now.
on? Oh, nothing's going on. Okay, good.
Anthony is muted.
Is everything all right in Canada? You said last time it wasn't.
It's fine now. Although we had like 5 funnel clouds show up.
5?
Yeah.
The funnel clouds are coming. What?
Yeah.
In Canada?
Yeah. There's always thunderstorms constantly.
What is going on there? Lock down your VHS copies because that might be the end of those. All right. I'm just kidding.
Okay, we're on where are we? We're on this one.
You have discovered a beautiful island upon which you may build your own society, and you can even make up the role. That's like MME. What's going to be the first role you put in place? VHS only. I don't know. I don't like making rules.
I'm in charge. That's the rule.
Voltaire's in charge?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what would you do, CJH? What would you do, Anthony?
No criminal activity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no stealing. Yeah. Only
Make
Snyder
it,
cut.
I don't know. Make it like normal, like
We'd only have the Snyder cut. We'd only have the Snyder movies.
No, it just I don't know. Just make it normal. Don't be mean to people and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
CGH, I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Gilligan's Island, and now you're talking about this deserted island. What's going on?
Yeah.
Bud?
Well, I mean, I live on an island.
Well,
so
we'll invite.
it makes sense.
We'll enact survivor rules. You could vote people off. So
what if it was a Lord? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want a Lord of the Flies island type of situation either. Lost would be okay.
Why does Superman stop bullets with his chest but ducks when you throw a gun at him? I don't know, instinct. He stopped bullets on Earth, but if he's in the galaxy, something could hit him. So you just instinct, I guess.
And the bullet stopping on her chest looks badass, and he knows it.
Yeah.
Getting a gun is less dignified.
Oh, I don't like this one, CJH. If a deaf person has to go to court, is it still a hearing? Oh God.
CJH, you're too young for those kind of dad jokes.
Yeah, I'm not even liking that one. Sorry. How important does a person have to be before they are considered assassinated instead of murdered? That's actually I don't know. Well, they still say Tupac was murdered, right? I think if you're a politician, you're assassinated, but if you're someone else, you're murdered. Jesus. All right. Moving on. No, everyone's pretty silent at these.
No, yeah. To murder a prominent person by surprise attack, for political reasons.
I have no comments for that.
Well placed, CJH. Well played.
Why don't ghosts fall through the floor if they could walk through walls and glide downstairs? They should just keep falling, right?
Are ghosts even real? Real? No.
Because they have no weight, they could float too, though. What would be making them fall? They have no they're not subject to gravity, right?
Whoa.
They could go down through a floor if they wanted to.
They so desire. Yeah, I think I've seen
that. Why don't Jedi? What happens when a Jedi drops their lightsaber?
They did a whole episode of Rick and Morty about that. It goes to the Earth's core and it almost causes a disaster, and they have to get it out. It's actually a very funny episode.
Yeah. All right. In 2050, what will be the fastest mode of transportation?
Cars. Or trains and buses, maybe. Well, nah, buses are slow. Let's say trains and cars.
How are they going to beat jets?
It doesn't say what's the most common. It says what's the fastest.
Oh, it'll be flying cars.
Those jet trains are already super fast. In Japan, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. You can't keep those in the US for some reason.
Horses.
If horses are the fastest mode, that's going to be amazing. What are they going to be? What are they going to be?
Self-driving cars will be interesting. How people will use it in 2050.
Oh, listen, my car self-drives and it's awesome. I use it all the time.
You really?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay.
You got a Tesla?
Yeah, and if you're if you go through a drive-through, you could eat a Big Mac and let the car drive itself, no problem.
No, if they enable that where you don't even have to have a license, that would be pretty.
Listen,
then that would take off, right? You don't have to have a license.
Because I've used the self-driving, it's so good. Any kid under 6, they're never going to get a driver's license. That's how good self-driving.
Really?
Yeah, I really believe it.
Okay.
It's safer than humans driving.
Also, also it will detect where's the person's at and stuff like that. If you're using a self-driving car, so I'm not surprised. And Tesla does very well with that, with the self-driving technology.
When I had COVID and I was so knocked out of myself, I had to get to the emergency room. Guess what I did? I got in the Tesla and let it drive me to the ER.
CJ, get better curtains. Lots of curtains look good on both sides. Why aren't curtains double-sided so they look good both inside and outside your house? You getting cheap-ass curtains. CJH.
Good ones.
Yeah, good ones they look good on both sides. Okay. In winter, why do we try to keep the house as warm as it was in the summer when we complained about the heat? I don't try to keep it as warm as the summer. I mean, I'm getting cold.
I don't. I like everything to be cold. You know, I like summer and stuff, but I like cold weather.
Are eyebrows also considered facial hair? Or part of your hair? I don't know. Yeah, facial hair, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to maintain your mustache, your beard, and your eyebrows. Mine get crazy. I have to just trim them.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I have to do it again. Are you're hinting that I should do it again?
No. I mean, if that's an issue, when I see the guys with the big bushy, there's no excuse to have a unibrow in this day and age. Just get a little.
I don't have a unibrow, but they get long.
No, I know. I get bushy eyebrows too, and I trim them, or I get my barber to do it.
Mm-hmm. You don't want them sticking out of the VR set. That's weird.
Mm-mm.
What do you do if you found a dead body in a hotel room? Well, if I'm in a hotel, I'm going to notify the management and have them call the police, right? You deal with it. Give me a new room.
Call everybody, the police, everything.
It's the most frustrating part of movies when they find a dead body and they just go, "Oh, geez, what do we do?" And they don't call the police, and then they implicate themselves.
Yeah. Well, it's hard when you invite a stripper over. That's hard.
Right. Dead strippers and coke.
Yeah.
You call the police. The way the movie does this is crazy. But if you found it, you gotta call the police. Duh.
These are good questions, CJ. Thank you. Have you ever taken something out of your possession and failed to return it?
I don't know what that means.
Taken something into your possession and then failed to return it? Like, you mean like a library book or something? Or a movie like from Blockbuster?
Yeah.
That's how Blockbuster went out of business.
That's theft.
That's true.
No, it's not saying it's like, oh, I forgot. I forgot to return a library book. Okay. Well, yeah, it is still theft. You're right. When Donald Duck gets out of the shower, why does he put a towel on when he normally doesn't wear any pants?
Right. That's something people have been contemplating for many years, just like Pluto and Goofy.
Yeah. I don't know. I never thought of that. How far does someone's ownership of a piece of land go? Is it theirs all the way to the center of the earth? No, but I don't know what the answer is either. When, like if someone owns land and there's oil, they own that, right?
They have the rights to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something there.
Yeah.
Like if oil starts sprouting out of my house, I own that. If it's in my, lines of my property. So I guess you do own it to the center of the earth. But then you also need to get permits to like drill on your land too and stuff. So I don't know. Whatever. Interesting. Do the alphabet song on Twinkle to Little Star and say, I don't want to do that right now. So change. Have you seen Talk to Me yet? No.
It's the new horror movie. Yeah. It has the sequel coming. They do very well at the box office.
Where does it say that Humpty Dumpty is an egg in the nursery rhyme? Humpty Dumpty.
What came first, Alice in Wonderland or Humpty Dumpty, the nursery rhyme? That's the question.
Thank you, Figure Drawing. I think it's the highlight too. I don't know where he says he's an egg in the nursery rhyme. Why don't you I have to revisit the nursery rhyme. I haven't paid attention to that in a while. Okay, we're getting to the end here. Do you know the phrase, throw your hands in the air like you just don't care? Why bother doing that if you don't actually care? I've done that. I've actually had some streams like that. I quit. It's just frustration. It's automatic, CGH. There's been some streams I've been on, and we've been doing pretty good lately. But I'm just like, I give up. This is ridiculous. I'm not having a good time right now. I can't take this anymore. And it's just automatic.
But eggs don't sit.
What? He sat on a wall and had a great fall.
Eggs don't have legs.
That's true.
Humpty Dumpty does.
People that do a lot of mannerisms with their hands. I do that. I've noticed in my videos, in my reviews, I talk with my hands. I didn't realize until I started watching it back to edit. Okay. And we'll skip that last one. No, I'm just kidding. Max didn't make the movie watch party poll. Boo. LOL. I'll do it this weekend. I will. Thank you, CGH. I appreciate it. It was not a fail bag because of you. I appreciate that. He was an egg in Looking Glass.
He was created by Lewis Carroll, so he was first in the Alice in Wonderland. That's how we know he's an egg.
Well, I'm out of gas, everyone. Thank you, CJH. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Voltaire.
Joe, DL as well.
Yeah, Crazy Joe, DL, some guy named Bruce. That's a king nerd. I'm just trying to see if he's still there. Brian from the chat, Figure Drawing, Degrassi, Rhea, Jacob McKenzie. Did I forget anyone? Sean.
Oh, some people we blocked.
Perp.
Perp.
Kind of guy.
Some people we blocked.
Thank you, people that we blocked for watching. Kind of guy, the watcher. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Peace, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.
See ya later.